Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Need help learning how to manage your diabetes or nutrition education? The registered dietitians and certified diabetes educators at WVU Medicine will work with you to create a personalized plan to help you achieve your health and wellness goals. The diabetes and nutrition education team at WVU Medicine are certified experts in diabetes education, nutrition education, and diabetes self-care. The Diabetes and Nutrition Education Center, a department of Berkeley Medical Center, is located on Tavern Road in Martinsburg. For more info, call 304-596-6839.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Time we got? All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jefferson High School as we get you set for West Virginia High School baseball action. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Should be a good matchup tonight. Two rivals, two teams that are typically toward the top of the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. And Spencer, it should be a good game, and obviously these two teams, veteran teams, and excited about this one.
Yeah, they definitely are excited about this one, and why don't you like two of the best teams in the or two of the top teams in the EPAC facing off tonight, and Martinsburg has had more time to see how they've started the season, going 4-0 so far with 4 games. Jefferson only, one game in. They started Friday night here against Highland View and got a 4-0 shutout.
It has a 4-0 win over a Highland View team that is headed to Florida and is played a tournament down there. So a pretty quality win to start the season. And Tripp, as we know, these two teams usually play close ones, and it's a pretty big rivalry as well.
Yeah, it's a big rivalry, of course. So, you're looking at two teams that have great coaching staffs that continue to work hard and getting their teams better after every game, finding their weaknesses. So these two teams have a lot of scouting reports and books on each other, so look for them to battle every pitch and not take a pitch off.
And when you compare Martinsburg to Jefferson, this being Martinsburg's 4th game and Jefferson only in their 2nd game, how do you think that affects things heading into this one? Because this is a pretty big test for only your 2nd game of the season, and we saw Martinsburg's defense in particular really struggle with errors. Do you think this will affect Jefferson a lot tonight?
No, I think Jefferson does a great job of getting on the field early. You use their flex days. You heard Coach Lowry in the preseason on the talk show talking about how they'd gotten good workouts, and it looks like they handled their business against a really good Highland team. So I think they're ready to go. It certainly is. We haven't seen this team much. We haven't seen them at all ourselves, but we've seen what they can do, what this coaching staff can do, and how they can plug pieces together. The biggest thing that I can't wait to see is how these guys that are getting a chance after sitting behind 2 and 3 year starters, how they are going to react to a big game. I think it's more of the rivalry, how the young men from Jefferson with their first EPAC start here, first rivalry EPAC start, to see how they handle it, see if they handle their business, and see if they get overly excited, let the emotions get best of them here.
And I think, too, we got a pretty good matchup on the mound. Caleb Edwards going for Martinsburg and Sammy Roberts going for Jefferson. So 2 guys with some experience, and should be a good matchup.
Yeah, Caleb, would last year stay within himself through strikes, let the defense do the work, and this year his defense is just about the same defense, minus pretty much Jack Reisenweber and Shine Knott in center field, but really good replacements there in those areas with Hudson and Shine Knott as Hudson moved over. So if he continues to pound the zone, I don't believe, and can't see how it'd be possible that Jefferson could have the power numbers this year they had last year. So, Caleb throws strikes, keeps Jefferson in the park, and the defense does its job. It's going to be a really good game. As far as Sammy Roberts, he's the quarterback for the football team. We know he has good arm strength. Same thing with him, stay in the strike zone. Martinsburg doesn't. It's not going to hit the ball over the fence, multiple times, in a game. So it's very much the same situation. We're going to probably see some small ball here this evening.
All right, we will take our first break here on the Cody's Body Shop pregame show. Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. When we come back, we will hear from both teams' head coaches, Aaron Byler for Martinsburg and John Lowry Sr. for Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back to Sanger Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here on the Cody's Body Shop pregame show. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Now joined by head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, 2 games on Saturday against Petersburg. First game, your team gets down early, 7-0, but you're able to rally back. Obviously not the start you wanted, but what do you think that second part of the game kind of says about your team?
Yeah, I think it showed that we have a little bit of grit and a little bit of fight in us, and just proud of them for the way they battled there and came back. You know, being down 7-0 there early on and in a Saturday day game after Friday night, you know, you can't say enough about their ability to come back there.
Carson Buber gives you a good outing on the mound, and for a young guy, that's important early in the season to get him some confidence and maybe give you another arm that you can rely on down the stretch.
Yeah, he's a guy that we kind of figured would be in the rotation. Weren't quite expecting him to have that kind of success early on, but you know, I think that's great for his confidence, and we always have confidence in him, so at least now hopefully he'll believe in himself a little bit more, and I'm sure he'll get plenty of opportunities as we move forward.
And Landon Sifford's been swinging a good bat for you at the plate early in the year. Is that what you expected out of him this year, and how important is it for him to have success in that 2-hole?
Yeah, although Landon's a junior, you know, he might as well be a senior. He's been in the program for a long time and has had a lot of success for us, and he understands what it takes to play well day in and day out, and he puts in all that extra work. So not surprised at all with his production, just hope it continues.
And then Jefferson tonight, obviously another big EPAC game, always a tough team. What have you seen out of them so far, and what will you guys have to do to get this win?
Well, I think with Jefferson, the thing they do the best is put pressure on you. So we have to make sure that we handle the first couple innings, kind of settle in, kind of prove to ourselves that we're good enough to play with them. And, you know, we're looking for Caleb Edwards to go out there and throw strikes. We're hoping to score in the first, and we're hoping to put up a 0 in the bottom when they come to bat. And if we do that, I think good things will happen.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
And joined by head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, John Lowry Sr. Coach, started the season with a win over Highland to begin the year, 4-0. Obviously, a pretty good team. They traveled to Florida after that. What were some good things that you saw of your team, and what are you looking to build on today?
Well, I thought we threw strikes, and we made the plays in the field when we had to, and we were able to squeeze out a couple runs when the other team mishandled the ball. And, I think that's a key to high school baseball is to get the ball in play, make the other team have to make plays, and if they have a misplay, then be able to take advantage of that. And also to throw strikes. So I think we walked 2 guys in the first inning, but beyond that, we settled down pretty well. And, overall, for the first night out, it was we were satisfied with our performance. Windy night, I'm not so sure that didn't help us a little bit. There were some balls hitting the air that were held up on their part. But again, that's baseball at this time of the year.
And early in the year, you guys now have Martinsburg for the second game, so a pretty big EPAC test early in the season. What are you looking for out of the guys tonight, and how does it feel to have this matchup early in the year?
Well, there seems to be a lot of EPAC games early in the year. I notice, Hedgesville and Musselman and some of the other teams, I can't keep it all straight in my head as exactly who's played, but I know that there have been some other EPAC games early. And that's one of the reasons, in our original schedule, we didn't have a game against Highland. We were able to pick that one up as we were building our schedule when we realized that Martinsburg would be our game tonight, and we wanted to have a game under our belt before we played them. Anytime you play Martinsburg, it's always, a rival game. And, both teams play with emotion. Both teams like to get after it because we're rival schools. It's just the nature of competition at the high school level. We look forward to it. They look forward to it. And we're lucky we got a nice evening in March that's not ice cold to play it.
What's it like to play Martinsburg this early in the year? Obviously, not what you're used to, and have this early challenge for you guys. Obviously, those games later in the year will mean a little bit more, but this is a chance to really set the tone for the EPAC season at this point in this year.
Well, the EPAC is a round robin, so, one game doesn't determine everything. That might give some insight. But, again, like you said, it's early in the year, and I'm sure teams are going to get better. They're going to get better. We're going to get better. And while the EPAC is something we look forward to and want to be successful in, I think the key to everybody's season is how you play at the end of the year when it comes tournament time. And that's what we're building for. And if we can be successful in the EPAC, getting to that, that's great. If we see that we have some adjustments to make as going forward as we play our EPAC game, then, it's up to us to be able to make those adjustments. Long season, a lot of things can happen. Yeah, big game early, gets the fans excited, gets the kids excited, and, as I said just a minute ago, we're fortunate to have a good night to be able to play it.
What will be some things you'll need to see out of the team tonight to get the win, and just in general as you progress throughout the year that you want to see out of this team?
Well, it always comes down to what you do out on the mound to start it. He starts. The pitcher controls the thing to start with, and we don't like to give away free bases, whether it be by making errors, but most importantly by walking guys. If we make the other team put the ball in play, we feel like you can play to the percentages of the game, and the likelihood of teams stringing 3 and 4 hits in a row are not very much at this level. So when you do make them put it in play, you're going to have opportunities to get some outs. From an offensive standpoint, we like to be able to make sure we get the ball in play and eliminate the strikeouts and make the other team have to handle the ball. We have some kids this year that can run. We hope to be able to, be smart on the bases and, just play good fundamental baseball. Catch the ball, throw the ball, ball gets you out, know where the ball is, things of that nature that require concentration all the time. And, at this level, sometimes the concentration's in and out, so that's what we try to focus on.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Play ball! The pregame is over, and we're ready for today's opening pitch and the play-by-play. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back to Sager Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, and Spencer Dupuis as Rick Kozlowski of the Martinsburg Journal will throw out the first pitch. We will get into our weather today. It's beautiful and sunny in the 70s. The weather is brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. We'll get a first pitch by Koz. And we'll now get into our starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Trip, you want to go over those starting lineups?
Sure. So for the visiting Bulldogs, you have number 3, Hudson Clement, playing shortstop, leading off, batting second tonight. Up from the 9th spot from the last 3 games is number 7, Jordan Canby in center field. Batting fourth, doing the catching tonight, number 4, Landon Sifford. In the cleanup position, playing first base, Isaiah Morris. Number 14, playing second base tonight, batting fifth, wearing number 5, Carson Buber. Doing the pitching for Martinsburg tonight, hitting for himself, Caleb Edwards, number 27, playing third base. Number 10, Michael Lupus. Your DH tonight in the 7th spot, in the 8th spot is Matthew Hasanovich, number 8. He's hitting for your right fielder, Logan Wilt. And playing left field tonight, getting a start, and batting ninth, number 32, Joe Paulson.
And then for the Jefferson Cougars.
So the Jefferson Cougars, you have leading off number 9, Connor Bailey, playing right field. Your number 2 batter is number 16, Josh Suena-Fuegos, playing second base. Playing third base is number 8, Griffin Horowitz in the 3-hole. Batting cleanup, number 6, Sam Wabnitz in center field. In your 5 spot, number 4, Ryan Hefner doing the catching. Doing the pitching tonight, number 22, Sammy Roberts. And playing first base, number 26, Noah Carter. Playing shortstop tonight, number 3, Kellen Kinsler. And playing playing left field and batting ninth is number 1, Peyton Kerwin.
All right, so the Bulldogs will come to the plate first in the all-gray uniforms with the orange letters, orange numbers, and the orange Martinsburg written across the chest. And then for Jefferson, it's the all-white uniforms with the maroon numbers and maroon letters across the chest. And Sammy Roberts, as we said, on the mound today for the Jefferson Cougars. And behind the plate is Hefner. So Clement digs in to lead things off. And the first pitch to Hudson Clement is inside for a ball. So 1-0 count on Clement. Our first pitch brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call 304-267-9040. So 1-0 pitch to Hudson Clement from Sammy Roberts. 2 guys that are used to go at it on the football field. Now bring it to the baseball diamond as that one's in there for a strike, 1-on-1 with the strike at the knees.
And both players are going to play football collegiately. Sammy Roberts staying right here going to Shepherd.
That one fouled away by Clement toward the right field line and out of play. And the count to 1-2.
Clement, as we mentioned in the other broadcast, he's signed a preferred walk-on offer to play at West Virginia.
2 football players playing baseball. That shows you must be an athlete at this level.
Yep.
Usually football guys transition pretty well to baseball depending on positions and stuff like that. That one outside for a ball, 2-2. I mean, you got Clement and Zittel both on the football and baseball team. Sammy Roberts, obviously the quarterback for Jefferson, and the starting pitcher today. The 2-2 is a chopper foul.
Well, Murphy's in this lineup. This lineup, he's hurt, of course, and we're looking for him to get back here in the Martinsburg lineup. But those quarterbacks can generally have some arm strength and play baseball and contribute on the baseball team.
2-2 count Pitch from Roberts. Fouled away again. So Clement, a good lead-off at-bat. Try to get that pitch count up and put some pressure on Sammy Roberts early on. First time Martinsburg playing on dirt this season. Well, somewhat on dirt, or completely dirt, compared to the partial turf field now at P.O. Faulkner Park, because Clement fouls that one away.
Clement's putting up a good fight here in the number 1 spot here.
Giving the rest of the guys a lot of pitches to see so far early.
That's what you want to do early here in the lineup. You have Jordan Camby's done a good job there on deck of getting his timing down, so that helps.
2-2 pitch, hit hard on the ground towards short. And Clement, just by a step, they got him. Great throw down there.
Hey, Kindler picked it up clean. He was actually playing a step up. What you see with all the speed at the top of the lineup, you look at the defensive alignment and you see these guys give the speed, a step up, so it actually opens a hole up. But he hit it right at the shortstop, picked it up clean, made a good crisp throw, and Clement still made it close, very close.
Yeah, on a pretty routine ball that guys don't normally make close, as Camby takes a big swing and a miss on that one.
I think every time that he puts the ball in play, it's close.
Yeah. That one high and outside for a ball, 1-1 count. I mean, that kind of speed going down the line, it puts that pressure on the defense. A good job by Kinsler to settle in and make that throw. The 1-1 pitch to Camby is high for a ball, make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
Here we see Martinsburg's field, is turf and their grass, but Jefferson's field, definitely you got to tip your hat to the maintenance and the crew guys here, because this grass is just beautiful right now this time of year, and playing very well.
Yeah, it looks great early on in the year, and
also
nice
helps
to see the
you got good
3-1
weather.
In there for a strike.
It helps you got good weather this time of year too.
Yeah, and the grass is greening up quick, and in this field it looks like it's just. I think it was 2 years ago when they tore this field up and relayed sod.
Big swing and a miss for Camby, and Roberts gets the strikeout. I call him Slinging Sammy on the football field. Might be strikeout Sammy on the baseball diamond. We'll see early on.
It was just a challenge. I mean, there wasn't anything, he didn't disguise it. It wasn't all speed. It wasn't a curveball. He just went with a fastball. At 3-1, he went fastball in. At 3-2, he went fastball in, and Camby just took a swing at it, and Sammy won that battle.
So that will bring the catcher, Landon Sifford, to the plate, a guy that's been swinging a good bat for the Bulldogs. There's a little bit of a change in the lineup. Sifford will catch. Asanovich will DH.
In typical Jefferson fashion, you see an early mound visit. Watch Game Changer. They went early in the mound first inning when Daquan was pitching to the Highland team. So Coach Cross has picked up something there, and he came out to give Sammy, tip him off here with 2 outs. He used up that mound visit, so it must have been something he really wanted to get across to him early, and it has to be something in his delivery or something he's tipping pitches or something to that effect.
Usually a guy has to give up a few runs or maybe some walks before seeing a mound visit, but Jefferson going to that early here. The 1-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss from Landon Sifford, so mound visit must have worked.
Yeah, it's not unusual to see Jefferson get to their pitchers early and give them a talk in the first inning.
That one fouled away by Landon Sifford. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the inning. No score, top of the first inning between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Roberts looking to send the Bulldogs down 1-2-3. The 1-2 pitch to Sifford. Taken for ball 2. Pretty good breaking ball, but didn't quite catch that part of the plate.
Breaking ball stayed up. Sifford washed it all the way back. The
2-2. Got him on the corner that time. Roberts gets the strikeout, and we'll head to the bottom of the first. Martinsburg goes 1-2-3. Jefferson coming to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back to Sager Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here on the broadcast. Avery Newport running camera. And back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. We begin the bottom of the first inning. And Trip, it will be Caleb Edwards on the mound for the Bulldogs. We saw him go earlier this season, close out that game against Hedgesville. And a guy that, as you kind of said, seems to have a lot more confidence this year and a little bit more swagger to him out there on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, in the Jefferson game, he came in, he was kind of fist pumping and adrenaline flowing. We've seen a good bit of that, as we have the Jefferson faithful listening in. We've seen that type of, that type of adrenaline and that type of excitement out of Riley Valdez last year. We've seen that in the first two batters out of Caleb Edwards. Didn't quite see that much last year, so I think he's feeling good, feeling confident. There's a fine line between confidence and being overly confident. You want confident baseball players, but you want him to stay within himself and take those deep breaths. Control that heart rate and don't let the moment get too big. And just control what he can control. So. I'm sure he's been talked to about that since that Hedgesville game. There's this atmosphere, this EPAC atmosphere. So we go out there, stay within himself, pitch like we seen him pitch in the Hedgesville game and all last year, and we're going to see a pretty good pitching battle, I believe.
Connor Bailey will lead things off for the Jefferson Cougars, wearing that number 9 jersey and batting right-handed. Caleb Edwards, as we mentioned, on the mound for the Dogs. Edwards looks into Sifford and now delivers his first pitch of the game, and that one inside corner for a strike.
That's just a beautiful first pitch, inside corner. Bailey's up on the plate, and he just went ahead and challenged him in there. It took that inside corner. I'm not sure that you hit that pitch hard very many times.
They'll probably get it off the inside part of the bat as that one hits the zone for strike number 2.
Throwing downhill, keeping the ball low. Both those pitches are right at the knees, nothing up, so that's where a pitcher wants to live.
Edwards' 0-2 pitch to Bailey, foul or hit down the right field line. Great job by Bailey to hit it off the end of the bat. He wants to go for 2. The throw into second is behind the runner and not in time. Wilt got to it quickly, but couldn't quite deliver the throw.
Great piece of hitting there by Connor Bailey. Got down on 2 called strikes, and looked like Caleb just went after him again, tried to just take it one more ball outside, and Connor threw the bat out there, threw the barrel head, dropped it down, and his speed, even though it was fielded cleanly out there by Wilt, and there was no doubt he was coming out of the box going for 2.
So Edwards looks back, delivers the pitch in there for a strike.
So we have Josh Swinavagos in his first year, transferred in from out of state. We don't have much on him as far as a book or much stats at all.
He hits one hard towards short. Clement can't handle it. Now fires to first to Morris, but that is not in time. And Stefanos will reach base safely.
Yeah, he hit the ball hard. You're kind of wondering there with Connor already being in scoring position whether they were going to lay the bunt, move him to third. But why would you want to give up an out there just to move him up one base? He's already in scoring position, so he does swing away. Didn't get it behind the runner, but he did hit it hard enough, and had misplayed by the shortstop out there to Clement.
Griffin Horowitz coming to the plate. He'll send this one out to right field. Wilt trying to get in. Buber, though, is there in shallow right deep second base area and makes the catch for out number 1. So Horowitz going down on the first pitch.
A little bit uncharacteristic of Jefferson, swinging early like that. But if Caleb Edwards is going to try to throw first pitch strike, maybe Lowry's going to take the bat and give him the green light there first pitch.
So Sam Wabnitz will come to the plate. He takes that breaking ball in there for a strike.
Might have been the first breaking ball we've seen from Edwards.
0-2 count. I believe it's actually 0-1. I think the scoreboard has that wrong. 2 runners on for the Cougars. Runners on first and second. The 0-1 is outside for a ball, 1-1.
Good pitch, though. Had Wabnitz, it was a good pitcher's pitch, nibbling out there. Wabnitz, what does he stand? Maybe 6'1", 6'2", looks like, at least? Maybe more?
They got him at 6'2", 184 for Wabnitz, the senior. And inside on that one, and they're going to say it hit him. Hit him on the inside part. So bases loaded now for the Jefferson Cougars and doing some damage early on. Hefner coming to the plate. With just 1 out in the inning, bases loaded, a good situation here for Hefner to potentially produce for his team.
If it hit him, it hit the jersey.
Yeah, it was. It looked like he got out of the way from our point of view, but must have just skimmed him.
He was looking at the umpire. The umpire has a lot better view than us, here a lot closer, but it certainly didn't hit anything solid. And if it did, it just skimmed off of him or caught that jersey there.
That pitch low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Bases loaded for the Cougars. 1 out in the inning. Chopper hit towards short. Clement will bobble that one, an error, and the Cougars strike first on that. Would have scored anyway, but had a chance to at least get 1, maybe even get 2, and if they got 2, they wouldn't have scored.
Right, yeah, it was right at the bag. I'm absolutely have to be 85% sure that he picks that ball up he's turning to. I think he was turning to in his mind before he made the play. It was just one chopped right at the bag, not hit hard. Just exactly what the doctor ordered, and Clement just mishandled it for the second time in this inning.
So Bailey comes around to score after the leadoff single. First pitch in there for a strike on Sammy Roberts, the pitcher, and also the DH if he gets, or when and if he gets taken out of the game, depending on how long this one goes and how long he's out there on the mound. That one in there for a strike, 0-2 count on Roberts.
Yeah, I got to tip my cap here to Edwards. He's staying within himself, not getting too excited. Things aren't going well behind him.
Got the strikeout looking on Sammy Roberts.
And he comes back and does exactly what he needs to do. He got the double play ball in the batter before that, which should have took him out of the inning. Instead of complaining and showing bad mound presence, he stays in there, stands tall, throws 3 strikes, and just kind of does it himself.
No balls, no strikes. As 2 outs in the inning, and going to the plate now is Noah Carter.
Seen him some last year in a DH role here and there, a pinch hit role, I believe. And so he has a little bit of varsity experience. And
they will work the count here ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded still for the Cougars. 2 out in the inning. A 1-0 lead for Jefferson. The pitch fouled away by Carter. Make it even, or make it 2-1 count. So good opportunity here for Jefferson with the bases loaded to get an early lead. Obviously a 1-0 lead, but if you're Caleb Edwards, if you can get out of this inning with just giving up 1 run, you'll be pretty satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's thrown a really clean inning. Yeah. Of course, he can't be upset with himself. He'd like to have seen it be a lot cleaner and giving up runs, not giving up any runs defensively. But, he can only do what he can do. He can only control what he can control, and he's done a great job out there of just staying within himself and throwing strikes.
The 3-1 after the 2-1 just barely misses, and that one in there for a strike, bring the count to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away in the inning. Bases loaded for the Jefferson Cougars. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Jefferson. The 3-2 from Edwards. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Sits down Carter. So just gives up 1 despite the bases loaded for Jefferson. Will head to the second. Martinsburg trailing 1-0, but the Bulldogs are coming to the plate. Cougars able to get 1 in that inning. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you back to Sager Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here on the broadcast. Avery Newport, our cameraman, and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Sammy Roberts back on the mound for Jefferson to begin this second inning. Roberts able to end the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. And we head to the second. It'll be Morris, Buber, Edwards due up for the Bulldogs in the middle of the inning. And unlike Martinsburg, who kind of struggled with their defense, because really both pitchers probably don't give up a run if the defense behind them doesn't struggle for Martinsburg a little bit, because both guys looking pretty good early on.
Yeah, they looked at kind of identical numbers. 19 pitches, both thrown in the first inning. 12 strikes for Sammy, 13 for Caleb Edwards, 2 strikeouts each. And like you said, if Martinsburg's defense stands up there and makes a few plays, then it's 0-0 with identical numbers here.
Morris digs in, takes the first pitch for a ball, sends a hard hit ball toward first. Struggle with it, but the throw to Roberts covering the bag is not in time, and Morris reaches on the error.
So it was a good job of Isaiah running it out. It was hit right at the first baseman. He could have kind of give up and just jogged down the line, but his running down the line hard puts a little pressure on Carter, and then Carter has to make a quick throw after he bobbled the ball out there, and Roberts has to get over. And it wouldn't have, it should have been one where the first baseman takes it himself, so Roberts was a little late getting there.
Carson Buber now will square around the bunt. It's a well-placed bunt down the first base line. Buber is thrown out at first. Good throw from Hefner, but Morris advances to second.
That was a great sacrifice bunt there. If he gets that ball just another, maybe just bunts it a little hard at the first baseline, it's a base hit. But his job there was to sacrifice and sacrifice himself, bunt it away from the defense. Catcher makes a great play, and they get the out there. But the runners moved up, so good baseball all around there.
So I'll bring Caleb Edwards to the plate, starting today on the mound for Martinsburg, with Morris standing at second and one away. Hefner with a quick chat with Sammy Roberts on the mound, and now goes back behind the plate. One out here in the inning, and Edwards looking to tie this ball game with a well-hit ball. At least advance the runner to third. The pitch to Edwards is in the dirt for a ball, and Morris can get down to third on that wild pitch or pass ball.
Yeah, I think that's a pass ball there. Just got right between the legs. I think Hefner was doing a little more than he needed to kind of bring that pitch up, and he just left it there on the ground. He got his thumb under it. He didn't get it. Wasn't completely, he did get it blocked, but then it fell through the hole there and right behind him and the umpire. Mo did a great job.
So Edwards will take that pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Edwards, and now just a deep enough fly ball can score that run from third. Morris standing on third. A big swing and a miss for strike number 2 as Caleb Edwards tried to do just that and maybe a little bit more on that pitch.
And by Mo doing a good job, I mean Isaiah Morris. So we'll call him Mo from here on out. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me. 1-2 pitch, 1 away. Pitch to Edwards is high and outside for a ball. 2-2. Now on Edwards with 1 out in the inning.
The only real trouble both these pitchers are having is keeping their hats on their head.
I was going to say that. Both pitchers having trouble.
That's a league-wide issue for several players. As big swing to miss. Edwards goes down on the strikeout. Roberts works his way back to get the K.
I think we used to go with the snapbacks, and now they have the small, medium, and large, extra large. So small, medium's a little small for these guys, and large, extra large fits are a little big. So I think the hat, and then we have a lot of hair here this year as well. Some of these guys.
Michael Lupus coming to plate, the Martinsburg third baseman. Lupus taking that first pitch for a ball, 1 ball. And strikes and 2 away. Morris standing on third. He was able to reach on the error earlier in the inning when Lupus pops this one up, fouling out of play. Bring the count even now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a fastball away. Lupus got a good swing on it, stayed back, just got the barrel under it there, but had it timed up just right.
1-1 count, 2 outs. Morris takes his lead off third. Roberts looks over and now delivers the pitch. Chopper down the third base line, going to take a good throw. Carter off the bag and also dropped the baseball, but they're going to rule that an out.
I'm not sure that we don't get an appeal here from the home plate umpire. Coach Baller is going out to speak with umpire Travis Havermel to see if he can get an appeal from this angle. If the umpire Remschneider seen the same thing we seen, I believe he was pulled off. So it looks like Coach Aaron Baller is asking for an appeal.
And you can
see if Travis will give that appeal.
And where we're located here, outside the press box, right behind home plate, you can hear all the fans saying, "You got to ask, you got to ask, you got to ask."
And they'll get the appeal.
Yeah, and that's the right call, I believe. Like I say, we aren't too far from looking right down that first baseline. So the ground ball was hit right down to Griffin Horowitz. He come up. Mikey Lupus is running down the baseline hard. He comes up and threw extremely hard across the diamond, and 26 there, Noah Carter stretched, and it looked like he definitely came off the bag. At that point, then it looked like he dropped the ball. So I don't know if he just flipped it to the infield or what, but he certainly appeared to be pulled off of that bag. I think the right call was made there, and the umpires got together and made sure they got the right call there. So we have a tie ball game.
Yep, 1-1 as the runner Morris able to score from third. 2 outs in the inning. And Asanovich coming to the plate. Asanovich DHing this evening. Takes a first pitch cut and fouls it down the right field line and out of play.
I think what you're seeing here is exactly what Coach Lowry said in his pregame. You have to put the ball in play, make the other team make plays. If they make mistakes, then if you take advantage of that, you can win ball games and win the game of, you can win the free base game there, the game of averages.
0-1 count on Asanovich, and he will foul that one away. Behind us and out of play. So quickly, Asanovich finds himself behind. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 out here in the top of the second inning. After Lupus reaching first base on the error, throw over to Carter is late and not in time as Lupus stands back in safely at first base.
So ultimately, you have to, Boober's sacrifice gets him to second, then a pass ball to third. So, strike 3.
Asanovich got caught looking. Roberts gets the strikeout. So 1-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the second. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
We welcome you back to Sanger Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here on the call. 1-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Kinsler will lead things off to begin this inning for the Jefferson Cougars. Caleb Edwards on the mound for Martinsburg. Pitch from Edwards is low and outside for ball 1. Kinsler, the shortstop for Jefferson. senior, part of a few different seniors on this team, and he'll take that one outside for a ball, 2-0 count.
Kinsler sitting behind Camion Gonzalez those couple years, waiting for a spot, his opportunity. He's getting an opportunity here. Jefferson can't be too unhappy about where they're at with the 8-9-1 coming up with all that speed.
Kinsler takes that one for a strike, make it a 2-1 count.
With the speed, you have Kinsler with speed in the 8-hole. You got Corwine with tremendous speed in the 9-hole. Then you have Connor Bailey with the speed in the 1-hole.
And we already saw Bailey turn a single for most people into a double earlier. Is that one in there for a strike? 2 balls, 2 strikes on Kinsler. The 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Edwards getting Kinsler on that one.
It's 3 in a row for Caleb. Finished off the last 2 batters last inning when things were kind of going downhill. He dug in, finished off those 2 batters, and strikes out the very first batter of this inning.
So that would be 3 straight strikeouts for Edwards on the mound, and that started with a bases loaded situation where he's able to work his way to the strikeout. And that pitch in there for a strike as well. So early on, Edwards going strong for the Bulldogs.
He's really pounding the strike zone and staying within himself here.
Corwine takes that one for a ball, 1-1 count.
Working the ball around, in and out, and keeping the ball down. So he'll be successful if he can stay there.
The 1-1 pitch hit toward left field, but it goes fouling out of play.
A lot of targets up there where he was swinging it. A lot of cars up there.
A little bit deeper field here at Sager Field than Martinsburg. There's the 1-2 pitch, a slow roller toward Clement at short. Can he make the throw in time? And he does. Gets Corwin down the line. That time Hudson took his time. It seemed like in that first inning he was rushing some plays, and he gets the out for the second out of the inning.
He was throwing before he was catching it most of the time last inning, but here you see he didn't have time to do anything but pick the ball up and throw with Corwine speed going down the line.
Yeah, and obviously for him just settling into this ball game maybe helped a little bit because he maybe had some jitters early and now settling in a little bit playing the field.
So with 2 outs, Connor Bailey comes to the plate. He takes that one for a ball. Looked like it broke across the plate.
Good first pitch. Could have went either way, but understanding that Connors has good bat speed, keeping that ball out of the middle of the plate there.
Bailey had the double his first time up. Here's a chopper toward Clement at short, and he throws 2 more for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Cougars. Bulldogs coming to the plate when we begin the 3rd inning. 1-1 ball game. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. 1-1, Martinsburg and Jefferson. Joe Paulson coming to the plate to lead things off for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Playing left field this evening. Pitch from Sammy Roberts is high for a ball, 1-0 count.
Speaking with the coaching staff before the game, they don't quite have much of a book or a scouting report on Joe. He's never taken an at-bat against Jefferson. This is his first at-bat against Jefferson. Both these teams do a great job of tracking, scouting players, getting a book on trying to figure out how to get each other out. So when they seen Joe's name in the lineup there, they said, "Hey, how's Joe doing? We don't know anything. We don't have any scouting report on Joe. He's never hit against us."
That one low for a ball, and Paulson being careful with him here early on, getting ahead 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Paulson on the 3-1, in there for a strike. And get a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 4, so Paulson draws the leadoff walk. And the first of the ball game for the Bulldogs.
One way you can attack him is by walking him. And I'm sure that Jefferson didn't want to do that. You just seen fastball after fastball, and none of them were, that bad of a pitch there at the end. The last pitch kind of in the dirt, but the rest of them were around the plate. Paulson, good job. Really never took the bat off the shoulder and just took what was given to him.
Clement squares around a bunt. Throw down, and it could be trouble. Gets behind Carter at first, and Paulson gets up and then goes back to the bag as Clement was trying to lay down the bunt. And again, we talked about early on how this should be a pretty good pitching matchup. 2 experienced guys early on, runs coming toughly for both teams, and try to advance that runner.
Clement has to pull the bat back there. It was a ball. It could be 1-0 instead of 0-1 right now. When you bunt through the baseball like that, it's good baseball and good baseball IQ, a good baseball play for the catcher to throw behind the runner on a bunt through like that or a pick. So expect Jefferson, if he bunts through, to throw behind the runner there.
Well-placed bunt this time by Clement. Hefner's throw down is in time. Got him by about a step. But advancing Paulson over to second.
Very well played by everyone. Again, if Martinsburg gets that ball down the first base line a little bit harder, Noah's probably not the most fleet of foot out there. He's shorter in stature and more stout. I doubt he has the speed that some of these other guys have. So if they can get the ball away from the catcher, because Hefner's just making great plays and great throws down the first base on these bunt attempts by these fast speedsters of Martinsburg.
Yeah, because Clement can definitely bunt for a hit. Yeah. Obviously, the main goal there was to advance the runner, but can be able to get ahead on 1 ball, no strike count. And now Paulson standing on second base. The pitch from Roberts, a big swing and a miss from Jordan Canby. Be a little bit behind on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, and a runner on second for Martinsburg in a 1-1 ball game. Paulson takes his lead off second. The pitch to Canby, ripped down the third base line, but fouling out of play.
They seen that ball well, called it right on the numbers there and squared it up, just got it foul. If that ball gets down the line, he's off to the races, and certainly Paulson scoring there. But he's got himself in a little bit of a hole here to see if he can fight out of it.
A 1-2 count on Jordan Canby. The pitch from Roberts. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike number 3 as Canby goes down looking.
Curveball up a little bit. I think Jordan thought it was going to stay up. Broke across the plate there and kind of dropped in the strike zone. Maybe let her high, but certainly something you cannot take there with a 1-2 count in a tight ball game.
Canby's second strikeout. Sifford now to the plate. He takes that breaking ball inside for a ball.
Same pitch, just stayed up, didn't quite break as much. Certainly Sifford's a little, not quite as tall as Canby, but basically the same exact pitch. But that ball needs to get down there. He's going to get hurt if he leaves it up there and over the plate.
That one in high for a ball. Sifford did not swing, so a 2-0 count.
So if there's a difference in the pitchers that we've seen in the first 2 innings is that Edwards does keep the ball down and is keeping the ball down. It's going to draw a pitcher's visit here from John Lowry because Sammy has not kept the ball down, and I'm not sure they're not really happy about that. I was getting ready to say right before he called timeout was, John's going to tell him if you keep the ball up like that, you're going to get hit. And so I think that's really all he told him. You have to get the ball down, your release point. You see him kind of showing his arm, telling him, hey, get the release point down, get the ball down. If you continue to live up there, these guys are going to get you. So just as he come out, I'm going to tell you that he certainly is leaving the ball belt high and up. And when he misses high. Edwards is missing down and low, which is where you want to miss. You don't want to miss up, especially with that, curveball and hang it.
The 2-0 pitch. That one fouled into the netting. Luckily for Roberts, when he has missed on those curveballs, they've been high and inside, so not really hittable. But if it comes across that plate, like you said earlier, Martinsburg can do some damage.
McCambie's was hittable. I mean, he'll go back and he'll know he missed that pitch. And he'll learn as he gets more varsity at bats not to miss that pitch.
2-1 is a big swing and a miss for strike number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner on second, 2 away. Tied ball game at 1 between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, the pitch to Sifford is fouled away.
That was Roberts' 50th pitch on the day so far here in the top of the 3rd inning.
So Martinsburg has made Roberts work, even though he's been pretty successful on the mound. Sifford working to a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Pitch, Paulson takes his lead off second, and the pitch is fouled away.
Sifford's doing a great job, in the 3-hole here. Not a big baseball player in stature, but plays really big heart. Swings the bat hard and gets everything he can out of every game, and gives 110%.
The 2-2 from Roberts to Sifford, high for ball number 3.
The hat keeps coming off.
The hat keeps coming off, and the ball keeps staying up. And look for Jefferson to warm someone up pretty quickly if he doesn't start getting that ball down, and especially if he starts getting hit by the middle of this lineup.
The 3-2 is inside for ball 4, and landed Sifford reaches base safely. So 2 outs, and Morris coming to the plate. Morris reaching on an error earlier and coming around to score back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, you got Sammy at 53 pitches here, and after 2 2/3, and only 33 of them are strikes.
It's Morris back to the plate.
So we have a runner for the catcher. It looks like Grove, isn't it? Or is it Grove, I believe?
Yes.
Come up from the JV game.
Throw back towards second. Paulson slides in just in time.
And it looks like that JV game ended in an 8-8 tie according to Game Changer.
So Paulson, once again, hasn't been on the bases a lot. So Jefferson taking a chance that maybe they can catch him off guard here as Morris takes a big hack at the first pitch for strike 1. He was looking to do some real damage with that pitch, like maybe make us a 3-run lead.
The 0-1 pitch, and that one fouled away. Another healthy cut by Isaiah Morris. So 2 count, 2 outs in the inning, 2 on for Martinsburg.
Morris, the only run Martinsburg scored, reached on an error, moved around the base with a sack and a couple errors.
The 0-2 is popped up in the field of play. No, it will go ahead out of play. And Hefner was trying to chase it down, but it does head out of play, and count remains no balls and 2 strikes with 2 away and 2 on for Martinsburg here in this top of the 3rd inning. 1-1 our score. Isaiah Morris looking to do damage with his orange bat, standing in the left-hander's batter's box. And Morris called time.
What you've seen, 3 pitchers to Morris have been, belt or below. So Sammy has made some adjustment there. After the mound visit, he still stayed kind of high with Sifford there, and Sifford walked a base on balls there with a few 3 or 4 high pitches, but he stayed down in the zone to Morris, which Morris does have home run power.
The 0-2 to Morris. That one was high and outside for ball 1. We saw that first big swing by Morris. I wonder if he was maybe reading that and might have saw curveball out of the hand and thought maybe it would stay high, but it didn't. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, but it was fouled away actually there by Isaiah.
Got a little piece of it there. It'd been better if he didn't. Got to the plate and got on base that way because it was down in the dirt. He was fooled on it pretty well, but again, as a coach, you want to see these guys take hacks with 2 strikes. You don't want to see them, just watching the baseball, especially in tight games with runners in scoring position.
The 1-2. That one sent out to right field, but just got under it a little bit as able to make the play out there is Connor Bailey for out number 3. So the Bulldogs strand 2. We head to the bottom of the third. 1-1 our score. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Bottom of the third inning. Martinsburg 1, Jefferson 1 here at Jefferson High School. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, and Spencer Dupuis. Avery Newport on camera. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. And Jefferson coming to the plate. Cienfuegos coming to lead things off for the Cougars to begin this bottom of the third inning.
You know, Morris was just a few inches away from, giving Martinsburg the lead there with that swing, so he has to be happy with the contact there. But right at him, at that last at bat. So, though they went down early, they certainly are fighting back and changing the momentum of the game a little bit.
Edwards ended the last inning strong and getting ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes on Cienfuegos. That one a swing and a miss for strike 3. Caleb Edwards gets him to chase that one.
Cienfuegos goes down swinging.
And the sun beginning to hide behind some trees here. A lot of shadows here in the left field side near the third base.
Yeah, behind the plate as well. As sun starts to go down. A little bit earlier start than most teams in the EPAC. Usually you start at 7, but here Jefferson usually starts at 6, as that one's in there for a strike 0-1 count with 1 away on Horowitz. Edwards' next pitch just a little bit low for ball 1.
It's hard not to see his big brother Bear in him and some of his some of the way he moves into the plate and moves around the batter's box there, and how he holds the bat out front and looks at it. It certainly has some of his big brother style there. But it's a new year, and Big Brother's moved on. Got his first college home run this weekend there out at the West Point, and so it's Griffin's time here. And
Horowitz fouls that one away. The 1-2 is popped up in the infield. Morris going behind the bag to make the play over there at first for the second out of the inning. So 2 away quickly.
You have to be really proud of Caleb. I said it earlier, but things just did not go well. The first 3 or 4 batters found himself in a bad spot. Defense wasn't doing well, and and a lot of pitchers this age, they blow up when their defense doesn't do well, or they give up. They start leaving the ball up. But he just battled, and he's got himself in a really good spot right here.
Bobnitz takes that first pitch for a ball, 1-0 count. Two away here in the inning. Pitch from Edwards. That one right down the heart of the plate for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wabnitz. So 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the third between Martinsburg and Jefferson. And Edwards working quickly. The 1-1 is fouled away.
Wabnitz was grazed, if I may say, by the pitch last time. I think that loaded the bases up, and then the air which would have probably been the double play, kind of caused or give Jefferson the first run there. So, Wildman's part of that inning here, but Edwards throwing a really good curveball and a fastball away. Now see what he has now.
The 1-2 is low and outside for ball 2, 2-2 count.
So he went hard away, then he went soft in, trying to come with a backdoor curveball, or you're kind of trying to freeze him there. Fouls it off, and he goes hard away again, just missing. So he's doing a good job of mixing these pitches up, hitting his spots. We look like we're going to be, away again.
2-2 from Edwards is outside for a ball. Full count now.
Yeah, Wildman took a look at the umpire there. He did kind of leave his fate up to the umpire with that one, and it was out, according to umpire.
The full count pitch with 2 away from Edwards. That time froze him, and that time he strikes out on the 3-2. Caleb Edwards throwing well for the Bulldogs early on. He gets Wabnetz on the strikeout looking. So we head to the 4th. 1-1 ball game between Martinsburg and Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices. We are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. 1-1 ball game between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, and Spencer Dupuis here on the call. Happy to have you with us as we continue the stretch of the West Virginia High School baseball season, in particular EPAC baseball action here today.
Baseball?
I'm still kind of in basketball mode. As Carson Buber coming to the plate to lead things off for the Bulldogs. Buber had the sacrifice earlier to drive in the run. He gets good contact on that ball, but chased out at center by Wabnetz for out number 1.
Yeah, he jumped on that first pitch, give it a ride there, but Jefferson's outfield is very stout, a lot of speed out there, and they're going to go get the baseball if it's up, with Bailey and Peyton Corwine and Wabnetz out there. They have they cover a lot of territory, so you're going to have to hit the ball in the nose and to get those guys to let one drop in out there in the green.
Edwards will take that first pitch for a strike on the outside corner.
The 61st pitch of the day for Sammy Roberts, coming here in the top of the 4th inning.
Roberts' 0-1 pitch. Chopper toward third, and it's in between the legs of Horowitz and into left field for a single.
Yep, you're going to have to keep the ball on the ground, like we were saying. Like John Lauer was saying in the pregame, get the ball on the ground, make them catch the ball, make them throw the ball, make them make decisions. Jefferson's outfield is going to eat up anything that's in the air out there if it's not a clean base hit or drilled into the gap.
So bench runner there is
it Trace
Spar.
Number 11?
Yep, Trace Spar coming on for the Bulldogs.
A run for the pitcher. Lupus is a great bunter, but we have one out here. Not sure if Coach Ballard wants to give up the out for the base here at this point.
Horowitz is playing on the edge of the grass as the throw over not in time.
Spar hasn't had a tremendous amount of pinch running or courtesy running this year, so not sure if he's going to have the green light to go or not.
Lupus will take that one low for ball number 1. A 1-0 count. Lupus earlier reached on an error back in the 2nd inning.
Everyone's keeping an eye on the signs here, so Little strategy working.
The 1-0 pitch takes it inside for ball number 2. Lupus getting ahead with the 2 balls. No strikes.
If Lupus jersey's a little sloppier there, he catches him in the arm.
Off the glove or off the foot of the catcher, Hefner, and that allows Spar to take off and take second.
Got 3-0 count. Sammy has an out, but he hasn't been around the plate yet with Lupus.
No chance at any double plays to get out of the inning, and Lupus will take that one for a strike. Good job by Lupus to take it on the inside there. 3-1 count. The pitch to Lupus on the 3-1, a big swing and a miss to make it full count now. Sammy Roberts able to work it to the full count after getting behind 3 balls and no strikes. It's now a 3-2 count with 1 away. And a runner on second for Martinsburg in a 1-1 ball game. Roberts throws down to second, and they got Spar leaning. It was a great pickoff move by Roberts. And he gets it down there to second in time for the out.
Great awareness there by Roberts to be able to swivel and throw that ball and catch Spar off guard there.
He has a spin move there, and he did get it. Just short hopped it there to Kinsler. Kinsler made a great play. Looks like Spar stepped right on his glove. It was a quick move.
And then he gets Lupus swinging to end the inning. So what looked like could be a little bit of trouble for Jefferson. Caleb Edwards gets a single. The Bulldogs able to take second on a pass ball. But Roberts throws down to second, gets the out there, and then the strikeout to end the inning. Will head to the bottom of the 4th. Still tied at 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School, tied at 1 as Hefner will lead things off for the Cougars. It'll be Hefner, Roberts, Carter due up for Jefferson. Edwards on the mound for the Bulldogs. Here's a chopper towards short. Clement fields it, throws the first to Morris with a good stretch for out number 1 on the first pitch.
There lots of speed in Jefferson's lineup. We talk about Martinsburg speed. You know, it's spotty throughout the lineup. And Jefferson, you know, has I believe, man for man, probably, you know, a few more guys that can run. So each play, it just becomes extremely, you know, tough if you make one little bobble that you're going to get an error there.
First pitch here to Sammy Roberts is in there for a strike. He went down on 3 strikes looking his first time up.
You know, Caleb looks strong, keeping the ball down.
Edwards already with 5 strikeouts as he hits the zone there to get ahead of Sammy Roberts. 0-2 count with 1 away.
Sammy thought that one was a little in. I'm not sure it broke in time, but got the call.
Edwards' next pitch got him looking again. Roberts has seen 6 pitches. All of them have been strikes, and he struck out twice. Caleb Edwards doing a good job. His 6th strikeout now of the ball game, and Carter coming to the plate. He struck out his last time as well.
And Roberts give the umpire a little look like, hey, I want that pitch when I throw it as well. You know, I don't mind walking here, taking strike 3, but I'd like to get it, you know, on the other side of the game.
And a big swing and a miss on Carter's hack there to get it behind 0-1. Oh, 1-2 away. The next pitch from Edwards is fouled away by Carter down the right field line and out of play. So quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes and 2 away in the inning. Caleb Edwards wants to get his bats right back to the plate.
Yeah, Caleb could be easily sitting here on a shutout one hitter.
That pitch just misses off the edge of the plate to bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Sifford was basically on both legs there. He was not crouching at all when he caught that.
The 1-2 just missed that inside corner. He got that earlier on Sammy Roberts in a similar spot, but
looked like he didn't want it that far in because Sifford looked like he was set up kind of middle out, excuse me.
The 2-2 pitch. A chopper hit towards second. Buber will have to make a tough throw, but with Carter's speed, he gets him easily at first for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Cougars. We're headed to the 5th. 1-1 ball game. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
We welcome you back to Sager Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, Avery Newport on camera. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio.
And we're through 4, and it has to be, talk has to be the pitchers. We're looking at a 1 hit given up by Caleb Edwards to Connor Bailey. Sammy Roberts, though, has lost the plate every now and then, give up some walks, still yet to give up a hit.
He's got 1 hit yeah, you're right. No hit. You got 1 run. Sorry.
1 run, no hits. It was 6
strikeouts so far, 2 walks. That's kind of been a little wild at times.
Right. So Edwards got 6 strikeouts, no walks.
That one hit hard by Asanovich on the ground. The throw to first is in time for the out as Kinsler took care of that one and gets Asanovich on the ground out.
Edwards throwing 53 pitches, 37 for strikes, so he's over 70% at this point. And Roberts is around 70 pitches with about 45 strikes and 6 strikeouts, no hits, and he's given up 2 walks there.
Paulson back to the plate. He fouls that one away. Joe Paulson last time was able to walk. And his first at-bat was picked off, though, at second base to end what was potentially a Martinsburg rally going. 0-1 count, 1 away. The pitch from Roberts hits Paulson. That one probably stunned a little bit. Got him in the back, it looked like. And Paulson jogs his way over to first.
He stood his ground there. He just didn't quite get it turned around enough. He took it right under the arm, just below the armpit there in the rib cage, and it was an off-speed pitch, luckily, and Joe just wore it. Is what you have to do there. He showed a little bit of pain there, but then he ran down the line. So you don't want your pitcher, one of your. He says him and Caleb are his 1-1, so he's certainly one of their aces of the staff. You don't want him getting beat up, especially on that right side. So he did take it in the left.
That one misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 count on Hudson Clement. And Paulson doing his job at the bottom of the order, finding a way to get on base in his 2 plate appearances. Walked his first time, got hit by a pitch last time. Or just now, as now Paulson will get down to second on another pass ball. So he's worked his way to second base for the second time in the game.
That's the second time you see Hefner, try to kind of glove the ball. Really didn't get in the dirt. He could have easily picked it, but he just had to get his thumb under it, try to move it, and so.
And now a balk called. Or an intentional walk?
Intentional walk there.
Okay. So they went ahead and just give Clement first on that count. That was a 2-0 count. Clement in this game has grounded out and bunted. So they didn't want to give him an opportunity there. So they're going to take their chances with Canby and Sifford here. Canby not conducive to hitting into a double play with that speed, so see what happens.
Decision as Canby takes this one for a strike. Just got that outside edge.
75th pitch for Sammy Roberts tonight.
So unless they can somehow or another pull off a double play here, they're going to have to face one of Martinsburg's better hitters here at the beginning of the season in Sifford.
And Canby will take that one for a strike. So Jordan Canby, who struck out twice so far in the ball game, has an 0-2 count here and 2 on with 1 away in the inning. A 1-1 ball game. Canby sends this one into right center field. Bailey trying to chase it down. He makes it the catch. Throws down to third to hold the runners at first and second. Now with 2 away, and Landon Sifford coming to the plate for Martinsburg. So good job by Canby to make some contact, but with that speed in the outfield and the talent in the outfield for Jefferson, it's tough to get one to land.
Yeah, Bailey went, you see where he's standing out there in the right field spot. He caught that ball basically behind where the second baseman is standing, all the way in the gap, and no way Paulson can move up.
So Paulson and Clement on the base pass. Sifford will take that one outside for ball 1. Landon Sifford in this ball game reached on a walk and struck out so far.
So they had to figure that, with 2 strikeouts that they could get Canby, which they did. Not on the strikeout, of course, this time. He did get the ball in play, but they had to figure that they could get Canby, and they were banking on, they can get Sifford as well here. So, Sifford so far struck out and walked, and
2-0 is high for ball number 3, so Roberts gets behind 3-0. And you probably don't want to leave one over for Landon Sifford here, but Morris due up, who's also made some good contact in this ball game. So a 3-0 count, 2 outs. The pitch to Sifford is low for ball 4, and that will load the bases for Isaiah Morris.
And for everyone at home, it wasn't an intentional walk there. He threw the ball around the plate. I think he wanted Sifford to swing the bat, so it wasn't a 4-pitch, intentional walk there, but I'm not sure they wanted to see Morris here. He's put the good wood on the ball. He got on, drove the ball down the first base line, got on Noah's error, but the last time up, he really hit the ball very hard out to Connor Bailey, right at him, though, so see what happens.
He takes a big swing at that one and fouls it back into the net. Isaac Grove will get the courtesy running duties for the catcher Sifford down there at first. Bases loaded. Paulson standing on third, Clement on second, and Grove on first. 0-1 count on Isaiah Morris with 2 away in the ball game, a 1-1 game. Roberts' pitch is ripped down the first base line, but foul. Yeah, Morris probably has the best hit ball today. That wasn't a hit by Martinsburg. Obviously, Edwards with the single earlier.
Yeah, he certainly squared it up.
0-2 count, 2 away. That one high and outside. Good job by Morris to take to make it a 1-2 count. And Hefner to get up out of his squat and go up and get that ball. 1-2, 2 away. Bases loaded for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Morris at the plate. That one low in the dirt. Hefner blocks it. Paulson will stay down there at third.
Paulson, though tall and lanky and athletic looking, is not the most fleet of foot down there. He'll tell you that. Certainly doesn't have any speed. He's an average speed guy, but he's not the speedster that you see out of Canby and Clement. So he's going to
2-2 with 2 away, misses outside for ball number 3. Clement standing on second, Grove on first, Paulson on third for Martinsburg, a full count with 2 outs. And you have to pitch here to Isaiah Morris.
And everybody's going to be moving, so anything in the gap, Grove can run. Certainly Clement can run, so, this could be a huge pitch here.
The 3-2 from Roberts popped up into the right center. Bailey trying to trail it. And it's caught at the center field, out in right center field by Wabanitz for the final out of the inning. Got it nearly to the warning track, but Morris again flies out for out number 3. Roberts gets out of the bases loaded jam. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Martinsburg 1, Jefferson 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. 1-1 ball game between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Cougars coming to the plate. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis. Happy to have you with us for West Virginia High School baseball action. Bottom of the 5th inning. Caleb Edwards on the mound for the Bulldogs, and that one hit hard, but not very far behind second base, and Clement goes over to make that catch. A lot of first pitch swinging early on for Jefferson as Kinsler flies out.
You don't see that much. Jefferson, they take some pitches, but, with Isaiah Morris throwing 70-75% strikes, you can't go down, 0-1 every time. So I think, John's adjusting to that and understanding that he's a strike thrower and pounding the zone, so they have to hit the baseball when he get the strike just like that. First pitch right down the middle there to Corwin, and he's down 0-1. Can't do that every time. You're not gonna have good at bats.
Hefner popping out there to Clement, and Corwin coming to the plate.
As he comes,
that's right, Kinsler.
Yeah, it was Hefner and then Corwin. To regress to last inning. That ball was hit at the 365 mark. It probably went 350. No wind here. We don't see any. The flag out there. The American flag is just standing, just laying still. So in Martinsburg all week we've seen those big orange flags that Vic Lupus put up, and we've seen them flying. And that ball's right down the line.
Down the line. It will be fair. Corwin rounding first. He's in there easily at second for the 2-out double.
Corwin basically slapped at that. It's like you'd see a softball. He's left-handed. He slapped it. Just caught inside the baseline over top the third base. Caught a little bit of chalk there and, slapped it right down there and did what he had to do. Used his speed.
Only the second hit Edwards has given up today.
And it wasn't hit hard.
And back to the top of the order with Bailey coming to the plate, just one away in the inning. And a runner in scoring position. That one misses high from Caleb Edwards to get it to 1 ball, no strike on Connor Bailey. Bailey led the game off of a single. And then since then, Edwards hadn't given up a hit until just now. The 1-0 pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1.
Good pitch, down low, broke at the knees. Something that Bailey's not going to get really good hard contact on unless he stays behind the baseball there like he did in the first inning. So, you see Edwards is battling.
Bailey will step out and readjust as the sun starts to go down here at Jefferson High School. Lights coming on, 1-1 count, 1 away. Corwin standing on second base for the Cougars. 1-1 ball game. Jefferson a chance to take the lead. Caleb Edwards looks back at the runner. Now delivers the pitch. Sifford fields it. And a 2-1. That one misses inside. 1 away. And Bailey steps back out, takes a few practice swings, and now will dig back in.
Caleb's got to also, he's got to give kudos to Sifford the way he's receiving the baseball here with him. Keeping that ball and not actually framing it, but doing a great job of pulling that ball in the zone when it's just off the plate a little bit, buying a strike here and there. He's just receiving the ball great back there.
Good looking pitch there from Caleb Edwards to bring the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away in the inning. Corwin takes his lead off second. Bailey at the plate, top of the order for the Cougars, trying to break this 1-1 tie. Bailey sends a high fly ball out toward right field. Wilt trying to chase it down, and it goes out of play.
You see, once again, these Jefferson hitters just hitting the ball where it's pitched. You know, you have a left-hander last at bat. Ball was away, slapped it down at third baseline. Now you have Bailey, 2 strikes, protecting the plate. You know, the ball was away, stayed back on it, and tried to get it down that left field line, just same as he did in the very first inning. If it falls in, you know, Jefferson's up 2-0, but they're not going to leave it up to the umpire here. Uncannily, we've seen a lot of strikeouts here today from both these teams, and but I don't think you're going to see it out of Connor Bailey.
The 2-2 with 1 away. Bailey sends a slow roller toward third, and Lupus checks the runner and then fires to first for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Bailey's got a tremendous amount of speed. Lupus didn't have a lot of time to check the runner. Did a great job. Picked it up off the grass there. Took a quick look down, walked, pushed Corwine back a step, threw across, and just that glance keeps Corwine at second base without being able to advance. So great play there by the third baseman.
This runner here at second with 2 outs here could be very key. We're getting late into this ball game here, and it's still a tie ball game at 1.
Josh Sanfuego, the transfer, I believe he come out of Arizona. Very athletic-looking young man, playing second base pretty smooth. Looks pretty comfortable at the plate.
Takes that one for a strike. 0-1 count on him. So standing at second base is Carwine with 2 outs in the inning. Tied ball game between Martinsburg and Jefferson at 1, and a big swing and miss for strike number 2.
Struck out the last time at bat, so you know that's what he's seen. A couple of Caleb's pitches here. We'll see what he can do the third time through. He got on the air and struck out. So big spot here. 0-2, 2 outs, man on second. Tie game. Corwine's moving.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Caleb Edwards gets another strikeout. That is number 7 for him this evening. We'll head to the 6th inning. Still 1-1 ball game. Bulldogs coming to the plate. See if they can start a rally or if Jefferson continues this pitching battle. When we come back, this is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine is now offering a new robotic-assisted platform for minimally invasive biopsy in the lung. The ION system by Intuitive allows pulmonologists to diagnose lung cancers earlier and less invasively than ever before. With the ION system, tissue samples can be obtained from hard-to-reach areas of the lung, resulting in earlier diagnosis of smaller nodules and better outcomes for patients. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
I went to third.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. We got a pitching change. Spencer?
Why do I got it?
I mean, it's your read, man. I just go to you, but if you don't want to read it, I'll do it all day.
I'll read it. Pitching changes brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy a local? I ride with them, you should too. Actually going to go see Richie tomorrow morning. Got a question about I got a new key. They got to give me a new key.
Very interesting.
Looks like J.J. Parvanel went in to play third base as Griffin Horowitz moved to the pitcher's mound. So before the game on the lineup card, they had named Sammy Roberts the pitcher/DH. Sort of the college rule where Sammy can stay in and hit now, but he can go to the bench and rest that arm. So he doesn't have to stay in the game to hit and risk, more damage to his arm. So he can go in there and rest that arm. And it's a great rule. These young men come out and throw, and they're some of the better swingers for their club. So it keeps the baseball team competitive, keeps them, offensively a threat, but he doesn't have to stay on the field and risk, throwing the baseball after throwing 70, 80 pitches, from left field, right field, or across the diamond. So looks like Parvanel's going to play third, and Roberts is going to hit for him as Horowitz has moved to the mound here to try to do some, to try to keep Martinsburg off the scoreboard.
And Sammy's day on the mound is over. 5 innings pitched, no hits, 1 run, no earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So
how many pitches did he throw?
He threw 87 pitches, 53 were strikes. He faced 22 hitters today.
Well, he cleaned it up.
So Griffin Horowitz now on the mound in relief, the senior, 6-foot senior. And coming to the plate from Martinsburg will be Carson Buber. Buber had that sacrifice in the second inning to help the Bulldogs get on the board.
The umpires here talking to
Lowry. I think they're talking about that DH rule on the scorecard where they can keep him in there. And it looks like they're in agreement, just to be sure. I think Rim Schneider has confirmed that Sammy Roberts will stay in at DH if I'm reading the card correctly as well. Sort of a new rule. I do believe it's a great rule. In the past, a young man like Sammy Roberts, to keep his bat in the lineup, he would have to stay in the field defensively. Right. In doing so, risk after throwing 90 pitches, then having to make a throw to home or cut one loose. Just a great rule, I believe, to protect these young men.
A little delay in action.
Explaining that to head coach Aaron Byler and his coaching staff. So 1-1 ball game. As you mentioned, Carson Buber coming to the plate for the Bulldogs in a 1-1 game here to lead off this 6th inning.
So Griffin came in relief in the Howling game to Shipe. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. Shipe threw 6 1/3, and then Griff came in threw 2/3 against Howling, a great baseball team. Looks like Griffin threw 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. So certainly appears he threw 15 pitches for 9 strikes. So again, another guy keeps the ball around the plate and potential to strike people out.
Gets behind here, 3 balls and no strikes, as that one missed as well to Buber. And I had said earlier that I thought Edwards had a hit. Now looking at the official scorebook, they ruled that an error. So a no-hitter so far for Jefferson on the mound, but Buber reaches there on the walk and could put Martinsburg in a good situation here to lead off the 6th inning.
Yeah, obviously here late in this ball game, we're in the top of the 6th inning of a 7-inning high school baseball game here, and you want to get base runners, and that's what Martinsburg's done right here with that 4-pitch walk, and hopefully they can get him in.
That one in there for a strike as Horowitz hits the zone for the first time in this appearance early on.
Tough spot here, 4-pitch walk. Probably, a bunt situation, but, Caleb's hitting in more of the power spot here, but
and Edwards lays down a bunt. It's a good one. Buber will sprint towards second. The throw down to first is in time from Hefner to Carter to get the first out of the inning, but Buber now standing on second.
Yeah, great job there. Yeah, it's really tough. You really want to put down that bunt first pitch. Everybody knows it. Caleb's a bigger guy in stature, so there's no guarantee he's going to bunt there. But, the game situation called for it. He did his job there. But after a 4-pitch walk, you have to make him throw a strike before you put the bunt on. So, Caleb did a great job of putting that second pitch on an 0-1 count.
So Lupus to the plate, and he'll foul that one back into the netting.
Actually, right off the top of the brick.
Yeah, he fouled it straight back. Yeah, right over the umpire's head. And that tells you he's right on it. He's seeing he's right on it, just missing it. So a base hit here, or really anything to the right side would be, a great at bat.
Lupus
nice pitch.
Takes that one for strike number 2.
Great pitch there by Horowitz. It really just hung it, dug in deep right there at the end, curved, broke down and out.
The 0-2 from Horowitz. Lupus lifts it into shallow. Well, going to be right at the first baseman Carter as he slides over to make the play for out number 2. So Martinsburg's left a lot of runners in scoring position throughout this game, and we'll see if the Bulldogs can drive one in with Asanovich coming to the plate. Buber standing on second and 2 outs in the inning. Coach Aaron Byler wants to talk to Asanovich, the DH, this evening.
So So for those who weren't watching the broadcast, Griffin went submarine there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went 0-2, and then he showed us a different delivery there. That can be, very distracting, and I think it calls for Lupus to have some, light contact there. So a great pitch there by Griffin.
Horowitz now throws inside for ball 1.
Yeah, pitchers can get out so many different ways, moving the ball around, different delivery, slide stepping, changing arm locations, arm slots.
And now he goes back to that submarine look, and that one fouled away by Asanovich, bring the count even at 1 ball and a strike with 2 outs in the inning. Carson Buber standing on second base. A 1-1 ball game here at the top of the 6th inning between Martinsburg and Jefferson here at Sager Field. The 1-1, the submarine, and it's high for a ball, 2 balls, and a strike.
So not only do you have to wonder what he's going to throw, but you have to wonder how he's going to throw it. So, you have to really be dialed in, seeing the baseball, concentrating.
2 balls and a strike, 2 away. Buber takes his lead. The pitch from Horowitz is outside for ball number 3.
Matt doing a nice job seeing some baseballs. 3-1. Good hitters count here. Look for something to swing on and take a good hard cut. Try to get this run in.
The 3-1 to Asanovich.
He did just that.
Yeah, just fouled it away, though. That was a good pitch to hit for Asanovich, so full count on him with 2 outs in the inning.
For those at home who hear us talking about, he just pulled off of that just at the last minute instead of going with it back up the middle. Just pulled off, kind of rolled over on it.
The 3-2 is fouled back again. Asanovich fighting here at the plate.
Right into your living room as that was the camera angle pulled up.
Griffin kind of went downside arm submarine again on there, so showing a different arm slide every other time here this at bat.
Horowitz 3-2 pitch.
Right down
got the corner for strike number 3. Asanovich was a good at bat, but couldn't get his bat off the shoulder on the 3-2 pitch, and Horowitz works for the strikeout. Led to the bottom of the 6th. See if Jefferson has a rally in them or if the Bulldogs continue to pitch well. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
6-6 game where we've had some hits, but we're in a...
We welcome you back, and we were just having a discussion there. Caleb Edwards maybe should have been allowed to swing the bat instead of sacrificing and moving Buber into scoring position, and it kind of depends on situation. Tripp, like you were saying off air, that he hasn't really swung it that well, even though he has the ability to hit. And also, it's been a 1-1 ball game. It's been a pitching duel. It's been tough to get runs in this one.
Yeah, I think I'm bunting there. Like I said, you look at his position, look at his stature, how big he is, the damage he can do. But we're not. The runs have come into premium here, so you have to. Martinsburg wanted to be in that situation, try to get that run, and Asanovich, Jefferson worked their way out of it. So I'm certainly bunting there after the 4-pitch walk, trying to get something to happen. Again, if it's 6-6 and we're knocking some balls around, maybe not, but 1-1, it's a tough call.
The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 count. Griffin Horowitz now batting for the Cougars. Caleb Edwards remains on the mound for Martinsburg as well. Another good pitch there, and it's now 1-2 count. on Horowitz.
I think the other side of that decision-making process is Coach Ballard's having tremendous faith that if he could get that run across, that Caleb can shut this thing out. So I mean, he was playing for one run there, one way or the other.
Edwards, another nice pitch and another strikeout for Caleb Edwards as he gets Horowitz to chase on the outside.
His 70th pitch of the evening. Some interesting news coming out of D.C. right now. No other player in Washington Nationals history will wear number 11. They've retired Ryan Zimmerman's number.
Not surprised about that, but well earned for Ryan Zimmerman. It's 1-1 ball game here. Edwards still on the mound.
Having a little talk up here with Sam Wabnitz. Jefferson's down to 5 outs. Martinsburg is down to 3. I believe, John's telling me you got to get this ball in play, got to put some pressure on this defense. But, back that last inning, Coach Ballard got the runner, where he wanted him, and they just failed to get him across there. If he gets that run across, gets a pass ball, gets a base hit, a C&I hit, or anything at that point, I believe he really felt that Caleb could shut this game out. So I think that played into the decision-making process as well. If Caleb's, giving up, runs or walks or struggling, but
big swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt for strike one after missing on that first pitch. 1-1 count. And got Wabinetz out of his cleats on that one to make it 1-1 with 1 out in the inning. The pitch from Edwards. Nice location on that one. Bring it to 1 ball and 2 strikes for strike number 2.
A lot of guys throw downhill. They throw straight over the top. They throw downhill. Caleb kind of throws a little different arm slot, but the ball still travels down off that mound. He keeps it down. He's kept it down all game. He's done a great job.
This is outside for ball number 2.
Yeah, you look across there, you see that 1 run in the first inning, but then you see all those zeros, and that's maturity. That's what a veteran does. If he comes out struggling or his team struggles, he just puts a team on his shoulder and puts those goose eggs up, gives his team a chance to win.
Edwards with 8 strikeouts through 5 1/3. He has a 3-2 count here as Wabinetz takes that one outside. Just 2 hits given up for him and no earned runs. The only run was not earned due to some errors behind him early in the game, but Martinsburg's defense has cleaned up since then. The 3-2 just misses for ball 4. So a chance for Jefferson to get something going here as that will bring Hefner to the plate.
Yeah, key runner on first here as we're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Already this game seems to be flying by.
Well, when both pitchers are throwing well, Spencer, it does tend to go quick.
Yeah.
So Wabinetz able to draw the walk. Good speed on the base pass for Jefferson. Ball gets away from Sifford, and that will now put a runner in scoring position. I was going to wonder if maybe they stole, but won't have to now.
Yeah.
That's the first, if you want to call it, mistake that Sifford's made all night long. He's caught a wonderful game. And catchers, they catch 100 pitches, and they catch 99 of them clean, and then just the one time, it gets remembered. So hats off to him for catching a heck of a game. But he'll kick himself if that run comes around to score for letting that one get away, I'm sure.
1 ball, 1 strike on Hefner.
You look at Jefferson's game against Highland. They struck out 7 times against Highland, so they are you're striking out more than we're used to from this team.
The 1-1 pitch, Hefner swing and foul tip into the glove for strike 2. Hefner on the day 0 for 2 at the plate. He did drive in the run earlier.
A strikeout here is big. John, he's shortening up you can see him choking up. He's going to try to push the ball to the right side here. I'm sure if anything gets on the outer part of the plate.
The 1-2 is fouled back again, so good at bat here for Hefner. A runner on second, 1 out in the inning. A 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jefferson looking to get that run and then close things out in the 7th. Martinsburg going to keep it tied here at 1. Edwards looks back at the runner on second. Kicks, deals, delivers, and misses outside for ball number 2.
And Nick, after this half inning, we'll get you an EPAC baseball roundup. Some games going on right now. Just finally got access to the game changer, so I've got some live scoring right now.
Sounds good. As
just a big 2-2 pitch here, big at bat. He needs a strikeout or needs to keep Wabinetz at second.
The 2-2, a chopper towards second. Buber comes up and throws the first for the final out of the inning,
That's
or the
just
second
the
out,
second
but Boober
out.
was walking off like it was the final out.
Well, here's the thing, he got down 0-2, but that's still a great piece of hitting. He's going to go down as a quality at bat. 2 strikes, choked up, pushed the ball to the right side, did all he could do to get the runner to third base. Now you're just a pass ball or a bloop or anything away from getting 1 run. It looks like you're going to have Daquan Shipe come in and hit in this spot, in Sammy's spot. So Daquan Shipe's hitting.
Yeah, despite Roberts being listed as that pitcher/DH, they pull him here anyway.
I think those 2 strikeouts, cost him that position there. So you can almost give Hefner a sacrifice in that situation, but you're not going to get it, but that's what it should go down as.
Shipe will foul that one away. His first at-bat. Yeah, Sammy struggling to see the ball, it appeared, from Edwards, as he received 6 pitches, 6 strikes, and struck out twice.
Yeah, Shipe was very aggressive on that swing.
The 0-1 pitch taken for ball 1. 1-1 count with 2 away.
Yeah, the Martinsburg faithful certainly wanted that pitch, and it could have went either way.
Yeah, borderline there.
Borderline outside pitch. Great location for Caleb. Still hitting those corners.
1-1 with a runner on third.
He'll get that one.
Time he gets it for the strike number 2.
He
2 away.
Pulled that pitch in just a half of a ball and got the strike there. So up in the count, see what he does here.
1-2, 2 outs. Jefferson with a runner on third. The pitch from Edwards, high for ball number 2. Sifford goes up and snags that one. 2-2 count.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. You don't overthrow. A ball in the dirt here, a curveball in the dirt that's mishandled can send Shipe to first running and Wobnitz's home. So got to be careful with the.
The 2-2 is fouled away by Shipe. It's a good battle here from the pinch hitter. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Wobnitz standing on third base for the Cougars. 2 outs in the inning. A 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2 pitch from Caleb Edwards. Chopped down the line to third. Lupus comes up, fires the first. Got him. A great reach by Morris. A good throw by Lupus for the final out of the inning. And we're headed to the 7th. Game remains tied at 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
See that Honda badge? It reveals more than the Ridgeline's maker. It's a testament to endurance and Honda ingenuity. So when the terrain ahead is full of challenges, brace yourself. The Honda Ridgeline is about to amaze you. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Ridgeline.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Welcome back to Sager Field here at game tied at 1 here as we enter the top of the 7th inning. We'll give you an EPAC baseball roundup brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burksandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball. Right now in the top of the 4th inning, Musselman has a 1-0 lead over Washington, and it looks like double check here to see how they got that run. I believe it was a double. It was an RBI double from Myers as Hartman scores on that one. And then we'll look at the other game going on tonight, which I believe is Spring Mills at James Wood of Virginia. That one currently tied in the bottom of the currently scoreless in the bottom of the 2nd inning. But that's your EPAC baseball roundup brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, Jenkinson.
Thank you, Spencer. And this one tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Joe Paulson to lead things off, the number 9 hitter in the Martinsburg lineup. Paulson has found a way to reach base safely. in his 2 plate appearances, a walk back in the 3rd, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. So looking to keep that streak alive, and it would be a good time to do it here in this 7th inning. Martinsburg has been no hits so far.
Yeah, if Joe can get on us, I see the coaching staff over there talking. You wonder if he does get on, do they replace him at this point with a runner? Again, Joe, one of the best pitchers on the team, but certainly not one of the best runners on the team. Some younger guys from the JV team in there, probably a little quicker, but we might end up in the extra innings. So a decision to be made there whether or not they want to run for him and then bring him back in, and if he does get on. But first, he has to get on here. It's a big spot.
1-1 count. Griffin Horowitz still on the mound for the Cougars in relief of Sammy Roberts. The 1-1 pitch from Horowitz hits the outside part of the zone for strike number 2.
Sidewinding coming out there. Definitely could be distracting. Like looking from my point of view, which my point of view is almost dead on behind the hitter.
1-2 count. The pitch. Paulson pops it up toward first. Carter behind the bag will make the catch for out number 1. So back to the top of the order, but Paulson unable to reach there. Hudson Clement now to the plate.
You see when these guys come out there to pitch and they have a white glove on or a white something in their hand or something or another. So we have lights on behind us.
Car headlights.
So, they have these white, arm bands and things like that. But yet you can wear a full white uniform. So, you wonder, the ruling there sort of doesn't make a lot of sense. So you can't have anything white on your glove or different things like that or anything distracting. But you can wear an all-white uniform. I've always thought that was kind of odd. So we still can't get the lights out here, so the game's kind of delayed. The lights are on right behind us, sort of in the first baseman, right fielder's eyes, and they're trying to work to get those out. Horowitz is going to take a couple warm-up throws here. So now we're back to the top of the order here. Martinsburg with 1 out, but they do have the top up, and we're going to look for some production and hopefully get their first base hit of the game here for the Bulldog faithful. And for Jefferson, they're looking to keep this at a 1-run game and try to win this thing here in the bottom of the 7th.
Went 0 for 1 for walk. He'll take that pitch low for ball 1.
What's largely been a pitcher's duel here today, Nick.
It sounds like a pitcher's duel across town. Well, so we're looking at a lot of good pitching here early tonight in the EPAC.
The 1-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss, or actually foul tipped into the glove for strike number 1. 1-1 count with 1 away in this top of the 7th inning. 1-1 ball game between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Good pitching matchup throughout this one for both teams. Horowitz's 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Horowitz has him down 1-2, but I think you want to look at the defense out there as they creep forward, give them respect to that speed. But what that does also, it does make it a little easier to squirt it through the hole. So Hudson's, if he can get the bat on the ball, he might be able to find a hole here with the defense squeezed up a bit for his speed.
The 1-2, a chopper toward third, and it goes foul.
A lot of times in this level, you'll see the shortstop way back on the grass, but you can see Kinsler. He's midway and creeping up. First and third are almost, we're almost in a kind of corners up situation. Now you see Noah moving back, but the middle is still up because they know they have to get the ball quick and can't let the ball get deep or he'll be on with the infield hit.
The 1-2 with 1 away to Clement. Misses outside for ball number 2.
Close pitch, tough one to take there, but did look out and low. It didn't. It looked like a good pitch to take there, but certainly a good pitcher's pitch.
2-2, 1 out. Pitch from Horowitz.
There it is.
Chopper in no man's land. The throw is short as third baseman Povenel knew he had to make a quick throw from that position, and Hudson Clement will get on.
Yeah, with that kind of speed, if you don't strike out, if you just get the ball in play, you can make some things happen. You can get on base.
And that will end the no-hitter officially now on the infield single by Hudson Clement.
Combined no-hitter.
Well, that was the one. Oh, yeah.
Jefferson has a hit. Yeah, but I see what you're saying.
Ended the combined no-hitter.
Yeah, between the two pitchers.
So they're going to have to really keep an eye on Hudson over there with that speed.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to see if he steals here.
Already threw over once.
Horwitz aware of him over there on first.
He's going.
Canby, swing and a miss. Clement got a bad jump, but he's going to get in there due to a tough throw from the catcher, Hefner, as he seemed to kind of have a bad grip on it when he tried to exchange it from the glove to the hand.
Yeah.
If not, I think he might have got Hudson there.
Yeah, I mean, Hudson didn't have a great lead, and hats off to the pitcher, Griffin. He kind of quick pitched. You know, he didn't give him a chance to get that extra step, and he slide-stepped and got right in there, but the throw did kind of dunk, so it gave him an opportunity to get in.
0-1 with one away. Big swing and miss for strike number 2 by Canby.
He was swinging for the fences, Nick.
He struggled at the plate so far in this one.
Yeah,
2
Canby
strikeouts and a
Canby needs to do what Jefferson did and get that ball to the right side, shorten up, get this ball in play, let the speed work.
The 0-2 is fouled away, as I think like Canby maybe is trying to do that on the 0-2 count.
Unless he gets one that kind of hangs there in the middle half, he needs to think about shortening up and getting this ball on the ground on the other side of the field.
There's a big gap
at least to
between
move
first
him up.
and second. The 0-2, Canby again fouls it away, now battling here.
Now
Pitch on the inside.
Now you've seen a few pitches. You know, now you can get a little more confident. And John's coming out to have a talk with Griffin.
Canby will go down and talk to Byler, head coach Aaron Byler.
And when you see them guys come out, you know, you see John come out, you know, something's really tipped it off, because Griffin's not struggling by any means, that we can see. But there's something that they see in the dugout. And, you know, he's either not hitting his spots, he's tipping his pitch, he's doing something that they can see in the dugout that he needs to work on. And, you know, watch for a pickoff out of this as well. You know, he can set something up out of that. But Jordan has to, you know, do the same thing that Hudson did and get this ball on the ground, make sure he makes contact, get it on the ground out of the air and not strike out here, and good things can happen.
0-2, 1 out. Clement standing on second. Tied ball game at 1 here in the top of the 7th, and Canby fouls it away. He missed his first 2 swings, is now fouled off 3 straight pitches. Still working, though, in an 0-2 count with 1 out in the inning. A tied ball game.
Griffin is just battling, keeping the ball down. And
Horwitz now looks back, the runner Hudson Clement at second base.
You certainly don't want to give Hudson a running start there. You know, Jefferson's going to keep an eye on him. You know, he certainly has the speed to move up should they lose him here.
0-2 with 1 away. The pitch
He's
to
going.
Canby. Hit and run situation. Canby
a
sets
double
a
play. Oh, drop.
blooper, and it falls in. Clement can just go to third, though, as he was starting to retreat back in case that ball got caught. But it falls in against the Jefferson defense, and it's runners on the corners and a 1-1 ball game with 1 away. And a player down there in shallow right field.
Like second baseman there.
That is
Quinnibeckos.
But Clement there was kind of stuck in between second and third, trying to see if it could have been a double play, but he didn't catch it. So if he was able to make the jump on that, he could have come home.
I'm telling you, knowing the speed of Beadle Bailey out there, seeing Clement take off on that pitch, I said in the mic double play. I really thought that he would make a diving play and double him off. So when the ball got up, Coach Bowler starts telling Clement up, to take a look. And so, but he wouldn't have made it back. But that ball found that Bermuda Triangle out there. But if it does travel another 3 feet and Beadle makes that play, certainly Clement is caught in a double play. But baseball's a game of inches. Jordan didn't strike out, put the ball in play, and when that happens, good things happen.
Canby does get credited with the single. Sinfuga's back to his feet over there at second, and Landon Sifford, a guy that came in swinging a great bat for Martinsburg and has drawn 2 walks in this ball game. 0 for 1, though, at the plate with a strikeout earlier.
You have to wonder if they'll squeeze this run in. First and third, it's really hard to defend it. The first baseman has to stay back, and Caleb Edwards is just throwing a whale of a ball game. Jefferson has to, see that. Could be a safety squeeze here with Jordan on the move. A lot of things can happen, a lot of chaos here when you put the ball down with that much speed on the bases. Though he's been swinging a hot bat, he's a great bunter and certainly an option here. Also just sending, Jordan here on the straight steal and see what happens. But definitely some strategy going to be played out here. Martinsburg in a good spot. Jefferson, we've seen them in a tight spot before, work out of a jam. They play great baseball, play the game of averages. So we'll see what these two coaches do here as strategy plays out.
Cougars playing in on the infield. They'll fake the throw to third and then fire back toward Carter at first. That's a dangerous move in this situation. Clement standing on third in a tied ball game. But again, the Cougars are in on the grass expecting a bunt from Landon Sifford in a 1-1 game.
They're certainly trying to cut off this run.
That is a pitch in, and Canby takes off from first uncontested. So he is now at second with runners at second and third and just one away. And now Sifford could swing away if he does want to, because there's no chance at a double play to end the inning.
Infield's in, which is where they should be, and a lot of green out there for Sifford to find. Also, Coach Ballard, knowing that Caleb Edwards just on a whale of a ball game, would love to get one run here one way or the other. But
you have to get this run if you're Martinsburg, unless you want to play extra innings. And big swing and a miss on that cut for strike one.
Great job here. I mean, things can happen.
You do have to place this bunt perfectly, most likely to score, even with Clement's speed. A 1-1 count, one away.
I think Clement's coming. Bunt's
Sifford
coming.
does bunt. Clement takes off. He'll now get caught in the rundown and try to extend this as long as he can for Jordan Canby to maybe even have a chance at advancing. And now Canby will take off toward third. Clement is, I thought, out of the baseline, but Martinsburg is in a tough situation there. Two rundowns. And Hudson Clement comes around to score. Jefferson is arguing
called him out.
that Clement should be out of the baseline, and he is. And they will rule Clement out of the baseline. That was
so they're ruling Clement out of the baseline on the rundown. I'm not 100% sure why Sifford pulled back, because Clement was coming. He either didn't get the signal or didn't get it. So we have chaos ensuing. Clement takes off on what appeared to be a squeeze. Sifford pulls back. They get Clement in a rundown. Clement actually gets out of the rundown by going out of the baseline, according to home plate umpire Rem Schneider. When he did throw back down, Canby was at third.
Now, I think they're wondering why Canby wasn't called out. They think he probably should have been called out, or trying to decide how they're going to.
They would have had to tag Canby, and I think
they want to see if he went. I think they want to know if it was a strike. If he attempted for the bunt, he pulls back.
I think it should be.
They're calling 1-2. Ballard wants 2-1. It certainly looks like that.
Well, they're saying 1-1 on the scoreboard, but I think it should be 1-2 count.
It was a 1-1 count when the pitch.
So it's either 2-1 or 1-2 here.
I think he just put up 1-2.
Yeah, he put up 1-2 earlier, so they're saying he attempted.
Yeah, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and now they corrected over there on the scoreboard. Still good speed on the base pass for the Dogs, but now a runner at second opposed to a runner at third. The pitch to Sifford is low for ball 2.
So they're saying that Sifford didn't make the attempt. It appeared he pulled back and got Clement in the rundown, so I'd have to look at that again on the tape at some point, but Jefferson is wiggling off the hook here, it appears.
And Sifford swinging and miss, strike 3. The Cougars get out of the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th at a 1-1 ball game, and Griffin Horowitz coming through with a clutch strikeout. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you back in a 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 7th inning between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, Avery Newport on camera, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Carter will lead things off for the Cougars to begin this bottom of the 7th inning. Caleb Edwards remaining on the mound for Martinsburg, and he's pitched a gem. So far, 6 innings of work, 2 hits, 8 strikeouts for Edwards in this ballgame.
You know, if Jefferson found a way to win this here in the bottom of the 7th, Martinsburg's going to have to really look at, 2 different opportunities where base running, and offensively they made mistakes at one point in time. Edwards got on with an error, and there was a man on second with 1 out. That man was picked off, and the next batter strikes out. So within 2 pitches, they go from man on second in scoring position with 1 out to out of the inning. In this particular inning, they had man on second and third with 1 out, and then they get a runner and a rundown on a missed squeeze, and then the next batter strikes out. So 2 quick outs with men in scoring position certainly took Martinsburg's offense out, and hats off to Jefferson for being able to make those plays happen and to come back and get those strikeouts. But definitely, bad, not baseball that Coach Potter is not going to be happy about, in the post game if Martinsburg, doesn't figure out a way to win this game.
1-0 pitch hit hard towards second. Buber gets to it and throws to first for the out. So 1 away now in the inning.
Buber's a great glove over there. You're going to hear his name a lot next couple years as he takes over, and commands this defense on shortstop, I believe. He's going to get taller. It's going to get, bigger and thicker and lift weights in the offseason. You're going to see big things out of him, not only this year, but in years to come. He's got 2 more years there.
So Jefferson going to a pinch hitter. It will be Riley Morgan to pinch hit.
Riley Morgan.
Kinsler.
Hitting for Kinsler.
Morgan will send this one into right field. It's over the head of Buber for a single. A 1-out single for Riley Morgan. So, first pitch swinging, too. Yeah. Not a bad way to enter the ball game for Riley Morgan. And now they'll go to the runner. I think that might be Kinsler coming back in to run, and it is.
Yeah, Kinsler coming back in.
So with 1 out in the inning, Morgan comes in with the pitch hit single. And a runner on for the Jefferson Cougars in a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Caleb Edwards has pitched great so far. That's just his 3rd hit given up, but is now over 90 pitches at 91.
You have to be really careful here with Corwine. He can slap the baseball. He can bunt and run. He can make a lot of things happen with his speed as well.
Corwine takes that one for a ball, 1-0 count.
And you can see him again looking to slap that baseball. The third baseman's up. It leaves a big gap over there for him, and he understands. You can see how he's positioning his body, how he's shortened the bat up, and he's just trying to push the ball that way.
That pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Corwine. Lupus, as you mentioned, playing in on the grass down the third base line. So the Bulldogs playing pretty straight up here. A 1-1 count on Corwine and 1 out in the inning. A runner on first, and he fouls that one behind the fans to make it a 1-2 count with 1 away.
Corwine would definitely like to take the ball the other way. Not a big threat to pull the ball down that right field corner. He has that ability, but more of a slap hitter, more of a punch and judy, kind of push the ball around and move runners up, do his job, and you can see him. He calls time here.
And Corwine does have 1 of the 3 hits. In fact,
and that ball
the next batter, Bailey, is the other guy with a hit earlier. So some good guys based on how they've seen Edwards' pitches tonight for the Cougars. As runner takes off towards second, Kinsler is in there with the stolen base. Throw a little bit behind Clement down there, but a strikeout on the other end.
Could have been a strikeout, throw him out. When he swings, it protects the runner a little bit, keeps Sifford back. So strikeout on a swing and keeps him back. They're going to give Bailey the intentional walk and go after the number 2 hitter, Josh Cienfuegos. Cienfuegos has had an error, reached on an error and struck out twice. So they're going to keep the force intact. But what it does do is it puts a tremendous amount of speed on the bases.
And a tough situation for Martinsburg with 2 runners on and 2 outs.
Kurt Zarnecki going out to talk to Caleb, saying, hey, we've got this guy a couple times. Here's how we got him. Here's the plan. Certainly setting the plan aside. These guys track hitters over there, pitches. This is how we got him out the last time. This is what we want to do. Don't lose track of the runners out there. Don't let them move up on you. So keep the runners at a close leads here, and let's go after this batter here and go in here and win this thing in extra innings. I'm sure is what Kurt is telling him.
Cienfuegos is 0 for 3, and he takes a big swing and a miss on that one.
That's one time that Caleb got the ball up a little bit, whether he wanted to or not, I'm not sure, but it looked big to the Jefferson second baseman here.
Next one is low for a ball, 1-1 count. Caleb Edwards has done a complete game and continues to mix things up.
Yeah, he did a good job mixing eye levels there. Good pitch,
The 1-1 with 2 away. It's popped up in the infield. Edwards calls off his catcher and dropped it. Throw down to third. Got a runner caught in the rundown, and they'll get him. So great way for Martinsburg to recover after the drop ball by Edwards in the infield for the final out of the inning. We're headed to extras here at Jefferson High School, and a great early season high school baseball game. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR. We're back in 60 seconds.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Martinsburg coming to the plate to begin this 8th inning. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here on the call.
So that was an interesting last out to the last inning. Matter of fact, interesting last out to both innings, the top of the 7th and the bottom of the 7th, or at least the plays at the plate. So the fly ball goes up to the pitcher, men on second and third, and Caleb Edwards just misplays it off the palm. Get the ricochet. We get a hard throw back to third, catching Corwine, I believe, or Hefner, rounding third, and heads up was Hudson Clement there. He makes the catch and runs him down. It's hard for Hefner with all his speed to outrun Clement, and so both winning runs have been cut down here at between third and home in the top of the 7th. So here we are with some free baseball.
Morris takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 count on him. 1-0 with 2 away.
The rundown for Martinsburg had Hudson Clement ruled out of the baseline. The rundown for Jefferson has Clement running down.
Inning just beginning here, so 2-0 count on Morris. Horwitz remaining in the ball game. It's pitched well, 2 innings of work, 2 hits given up. 1-1 count here on Isaiah Morris, and a big swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Morris is one of the batters that Martinsburg's had tonight that's put good wood on the ball, squared the ball up a few times, just missed the ball going out of the park there earlier at the 365 mark. No wind, it was all muscle, so see what he can do here.
That one taken in the dirt for a ball, 2-2 count. And he's had 2 of the better hit balls for Martinsburg, even though they weren't hits. Had the contacted ball right to Bailey and right, and then that one that you just mentioned that went close to the warning track in right center.
He's hit as hard as anybody tonight on both sides of the diamond, both dugouts. He's hit it hard.
The 2-2 is popped up and out of play.
Right behind us.
So count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morris, Buber, Edwards due up for the Bulldogs. Horwitz kind of the middle of the order and a lot of power for Martinsburg in this situation. Guys that could give the Dogs the lead on one swing of the bat. The 2-2 is high for ball 3. Full count now on Isaiah Morris.
It's a huge spot here, huge pitch, Edwards has pitches to throw. I can't see the bullpen down there, if anybody's down there or not.
But Morris will send this one straight up.
It's trouble.
And trouble as making the catch is Carter as he kind of fell as he hit the grass, but does make the play.
And you're going to see John Paul Jones come out of the dugout and wonder why Bailey didn't take control there and take that. But they did get the play. Noah comes back, makes it over the shoulder, falls down on his backside, makes the play here to get the first out.
Yeah, usually you want the guy coming in to make that play than going back, but either way it's an out, put out for Jefferson. And Buber nearly got hit by that pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Yeah.
If there wasn't a brick wall, I would have been hit with that pitch.
You'd like to say that wear it in that situation, but nobody wants to wear one on the ankle bone or the shin.
1-0 count, 1 away. Pitch to Buber. Hit well out to left center field, but it's going to die out there in center, or left center, as Robinette's coming over to make that catch. Buber put some good contact on it. Looked like it was going to carry, but then just fell.
Yeah, second time tonight he's stroked one into that gap, and when it left the bat, looked like he could be a double there. But you see that speed of Jefferson's outfield. When that ball gets a little too much air underneath of it, they track it down. So, but Buber, hitting the ball well. Got to continue to keep on hitting, and got Edwards here also with home run power. Chance to help himself here.
Jake Zittel in the on-deck circle for Martinsburg. Edwards will take that first pitch for a strike. 8th inning, tied ball game at 1 between Martinsburg and Jefferson.
You have to wonder if Zittel is in the on deck, if maybe Lupus is warming up in the bullpen. I can't see. Is anyone down there?
Edwards rips that one into center. Edwards has the hit. With 2 outs, and now Jake Zittel coming to the plate. And I can't really tell either if anybody's in the bullpen or not. But it's got to be at least on Martinsburg's mind, as Caleb Edwards will come out for Grove, get the more speed on the base pass.
Yep, so you got the courtesy runner in for the pitcher. You're going to have a pinch hitter here, or possibly a replacement here with Zittel. I would expect it to be just a pinch hitter.
Someone just got up in that Martinsburg bullpen. Can't see who it is from here.
Now I wonder if it's number 10, Lupus coming in to pitch. That's why Zittel's hitting here, so he can get loose with Caleb at 98 pitches.
Yeah, and it is very early in the season, but again, this is an EPAC game. You want that win on your resume, but you also don't want to risk Edwards potentially having to miss some games later in the season. So a throw over to keep Groves close at first. Zittel has been off to a little bit of a rough start, but has the talent, has the ability to come through here for Martinsburg with 2 outs in the inning. A 1-1 count. The pitch to Zittel is in there for a strike. Horwitz has pitched well in relief of Sammy Roberts. The two combining for 7 2/3 of work. 3 hits, 1 run, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts between the two pitchers.
Yeah, Griffin has come in and gotten off the hook a couple times here, and just done a tremendous job changing arm slots, finding the strike zone, all around it.
The 0-1 with 2 away as Groves took off for second, but it was fouled away by Zittel to keep the count now at 0-2.
Well, you don't know if it was a hit and run or just a green light steal here, but either way, it was a good call here. We're going to reset here with 0-2, and Zittle's going to have to protect the plate here. Again, cut down on the strikeouts. This has kind of been his issue here early in the season, and he won too many strikeouts, so hopefully he can get off the
throw to first, not in time.
Hopefully, for his sake, he can get the ball in play here. Griffin's looking for a big strikeout here that would end the inning and give Jefferson some momentum going to the bottom of the ninth.
Another throw over, again, not in time.
So since Grove's taken off, Griffin's keeping a little closer eye on him, but you look for something in the dirt here maybe. Good pitch to steal on again.
2 outs, 0-2 count. Pitch to Zittle, hit hard into right toward the second baseman. Looked like it was getting it down for a hit, but just kind of died again, and sign goes is there for the final out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Still tied at 1 between Martinsburg and Jefferson. It looks like Michael Lupus will come in to pitch for the Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School at Sager Field. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, Avery Newport on camera, and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Lupus on the mound as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning in a tied ball game. Jefferson can win on the next run scored.
Jefferson
Runs have been an issue.
So we see a new pitcher on the mound with Mike Lupus, and looks like Oviedo has taken over the third base slot here. So it looks like Edwards will hit for Oviedo, and Lupus will come in to pitch, and he has a tall task ahead of him right out of the gate with Griffin Horowitz, who has home run power, can end this thing on one swing. But Lupus is going to deliver the first pitch, and he's going to get the out.
Popped up, and see if Martinsburg handles it. It does as Hudson Clement makes the play.
One pitch, one out. Lupus. Stay within himself there and control when he can control.
Apologize for the quick loss of audio there. Just was having an issue, and Spencer was able to fix it, so we appreciate you.
You had to reset it for a second there.
1-0 pitch. That one ripped into left field. That will get down for a base hit. Could be more.
It's going to be a
with
double.
The speed of Wabinitz, and Wabinitz is in there with a stand-up double. So the Cougars have a runner in scoring position with just one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
That ball was hit pretty hard. Got it finally seen. I think it's the first extra base hit of the day, other than Connor Billy using his speed to get the extra base hit when he slid in for the double. That was a standout double by Wabnitz, and they got themselves in a great position here to end it here with Ryan Hefner coming to the plate.
Hefner to the plate. Wabnitz standing on second. One out in the inning. Michael Lupus on the mound. That one hit hard up the middle. Hudson Clement bobbles it. Wabnitz makes the turn, slides back into third. So runners on the corners. It was a tough play for the shortstop Clement. He kept it, though, in the infield, which was good but could not get the out at first. So one away, and Shipe coming to the plate with runners on the corners.
Coach Byler coming out here.
Byler's going to discuss
with his team.
Yeah, he's got to talk about this first and third play. He's got to talk about positioning. We've got, certainly going to have to understand the possibilities of a safety squeeze, the first and third steal. I expect Hefner to take off, with his speed. I expect him to take off, and Martinsburg, his run really means nothing. So we really have to make sure that the defensively, they need to make sure this run on third doesn't score. Jefferson, of course, doesn't want to risk the out going down there, but the risk is worth reward if they throw down and they can come down and pull off a double steal. So, Jefferson's in a great spot right here, and Daquan Shipe coming to the plate. They've got Mike Lupus in a bad spot here. So they're not even really holding him. They're just going to play up. They're going to give up second base. They're just going to give it.
But Shipe pops it up in the infield, coming right toward us. And it luckily avoids.
Just missed a fan.
Yeah,
just missed a Martinsburg basketball player.
Yeah. So to close the book out on Edwards, he went 7 innings, 3 hits, give up 1 run, 0 earned, struck out 9, and walked 2. So an unbelievable day on the mound, pitched good enough to win, and he needs to see Martinsburg get off the hook here, just as Jefferson has done a couple times late in the game here.
Lupus's pitch, big swing and a minute, foul tipped. And Shipe wanted that one because that was a good pitch to hit.
Yeah, the ball got up, very similar to the pitch that Wabnitz hit. And Lupus needs to get the ball down, or he's going to find. He's going to see that Daquan's going to find some. He's going to find some green in this game. So Lupus needs to get the ball down there, or go ahead and climb the ladder on up. He certainly would be an chance here to climb the ladder, maybe get an out with 0-2.
0-2, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Again, foul tipped apparently.
He hit off the umpire.
Caught the umpire. Siffert's going to take a little walk, let the umpire gather himself here. Straight, was fouled straight back. Sounded like he hit him square in the chest protector. Just give him the thumbs up to Coach Lowry. So he's going to clean off the plate a little bit, and clear his head. 0-2 here again. Good pitch by Lupus, but it still was a lot of the strike zone. So he's to find a pitch to nibble with, or a chase pitch, or climb the ladder. Maybe he can get Daquan out. Daquan needs to just get the ball on the ground on the right side, somewhere. Or actually, the ball on the ground, make something happen. Infield's in, so that may not get the run in.
0-2 count, 1 away. The pitch to Shipe. He got him chasing on the strikeout.
Great pitch there. He finally, after a handful of fastballs around the plate and a couple up, he got a really nice curveball that broke off the plate and away, just what he needed. 0-2 pitch, couldn't ask for a better pitch there, and wasn't much Daquan could do. Tried to foul it off, tried to push it in play to win the game, but Lupus won that battle here. So now you got 2 outs.
Yep, 2 outs. And Carter coming to the plate. He takes a big hack and misses for strike 1.
It seems like everybody's just trying to end it with one swing of the bat right now. They're not trying to wait and catch and see their pitches.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. He threw the ball away and hard and kept it down that time.
The 0-1 with 2 away. Carter sends this one into center field. Will it fall down? It will, and Jefferson wins the game. A classic between the Cougars and the Bulldogs ends on a Carter hit towards center. Canby tried to get to it, but it fell down, and Jefferson mobs Carter and wins on a walk.
Yeah, it looked like Canby was going to get there. The ball just had a lot of tail to it, and I couldn't quite see what happened. Exactly right there at the end as I got crossed over by some fielders, but I thought he had got to there. I just can't tell what happened there at the end. It looked like it might have got over his head.
Yeah, it's tough for us to tell from our angle.
Yeah, we're sitting down.
Field level.
Yeah, we're at field level, so he had a beat on it. His speed got there, but the ball had a heck of a tail and was. So it looked like it got away from him there, and was it catchable? I can't tell you from this angle at all, but I think it's going to go down as a base hit, a walk-off base hit there. Takes a lot of speed to even just get to that point, get there. So hands off to him. Great baseball game.
Yeah, both teams had great starting pitching. We'll talk about more of this game in the Palace Lounge post-game show, but first we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll begin to wrap things up with the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
See that Honda badge? It reveals more than the Ridgeline's maker. It's a testament to endurance and Honda ingenuity. So when the terrain ahead is full of challenges, brace yourself. The Honda Ridgeline is about to amaze you. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Ridgeline.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the postgame show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, the Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Won by the Jefferson Cougars on a Noah Carter walk-off single that fell in center field. A great game between the two teams. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin here on the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Trip, just an excellent ball game. Two pitchers giving great starts, and then the bullpens did well. Unfortunately, for Martinsburg's side of things, Lupus comes in, struggles a little bit, but still pitched pretty well in relief. A tough situation to come into. And then on Jefferson's side, two guys go really strong, Sammy Roberts and Horowitz.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pitching was excellent. I think, Lupus did what he had to do when he came in. He came in, been in the game the whole time he came in. Left the ball up a little bit to the first two batters there, started working it back down, got the ground ball. It didn't get played. That gets an out right there. And then, the ball's hit hard out into center field. Jefferson's a tough team, to get out, especially when they're at home. They create a lot of chaos, a lot of speed. Martinsburg, I'm sure Coach Bowder's not going to be happy about, the botch squeezed or the pick off there early in the game, that the pick off and then two pitches later the strikeout, which took them out. They took themselves out of a couple of innings there and had opportunities to win. You cannot not take your advantage of Jefferson when you can and when you have the opportunity, and they weren't able to capitalize on that. 4 errors on the night on the official score. So Martinsburg has to clean that up. But on the other side, Jefferson, we come into this game, we didn't talk about it a whole lot, and we didn't hear about it a lot, but Jefferson replaced, basically 5 to 6 starters. So you're looking at 5 or 6 different people, different young men on the field than what was on the field last year in that regional game. And we wondered how they were going to respond, this big EPAC game with their regional opponent last year. And those young men responded. Noah Carter responded. These guys just came out and give it all they had. Wobnitz come out, and even though he did play some last year, and one of their regular starters comes out and plays well. But I mean, you look up and down the lineup with Hefner and Carter and Kinsler and those guys, and they all participated and performed well, and it was a big night. So they've got 2 big wins now with this what you would call young team, inexperienced. Even though some of these guys are seniors, they've been sitting behind the other guys waiting their turn. And it also goes to show that these guys don't leave the program. They don't get mad and quit. They keep on grinding, waiting their turn, and the program, Jefferson, just keeps on replacing the pieces of the puzzle that leave in high school baseball when the seniors leave. So, though we look at them and we say, hey, it's a rebuilding year. It's never a rebuilding year down here because they're always looking at this year and next year and the next year. It's a great program that everyone should try to model themselves after. Martinsburg, on the other hand, a lot of returning guys, a few mistakes, so still, not able to get over that hump at Jefferson. Last 8 games, 7 or 8 games, they've won 1 in the last, they're 0-5. They lost 4 last year to them. They lost 1 already this year, but they're closing the gap, and they just didn't take advantage of Jefferson's mistakes and the opportunities that they had. But hats off to both teams, and Caleb Edwards, great pitching job, pitched just well enough to give his team the win. Didn't get the run support tonight, and a couple errors behind him, and they gets a no decision there. But just can't wait to watch these two teams play again.
Yeah, it was a great ball game, and you mentioned those errors, and the one run that was scored when Edwards was in the game was scored on an error back in the first inning, and that was an impressive moment too because Caleb Edwards worked out of a tough situation early in the ball game. Martinsburg, though, would answer in the top of the second, scoring on an error by Jefferson, so both teams kind of gave each other a run, and then the pitching took over until Noah Carter hits that walk-off single. So that is your game summary, brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. We'll now get into some game stats in this ball game. We'll start with the victorious Jefferson Cougars. Connor Bailey goes 1 for 3 at the plate with a walk. Siphon goes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Horowitz struck out once and was 0 for 4 at the plate. Lobnitz goes 1 for 2 with a run scored, scoring that game-winning run, and he also walked in the game. Hefner had an RBI. Carter with the walk-off single, he goes 1 for 4 on the game. Riley Morgan comes in with that pitch hit single, and Corwine with the 1 for 3 effort at the plate. Sammy Roberts got the start and the no decision. Works 5 innings, 1 run, no earned, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. A solid start for him. And Horowitz comes in, gets the win in his 3 innings of work, 3 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. On the Martinsburg side of things, Hudson Clint goes 1 for 2 at the plate. Campy goes 1 for 4. The Bulldogs had a few opportunities in extra innings, but couldn't prevail. Edwards goes 1 for 3. And just a 3 for 26 ball game for the Dogs at the plate, with 5 walks and 8 strikeouts. The 2 pitchers in this game for Martinsburg, Caleb Edwards goes 7 strong, 3 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts, just 2 walks allowed for him. Lupus goes 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run. The run was not earned, but was scored on a single, and 1 strikeout for Lupus. And he gets the loss. Edwards throwing 98 pitches, a big reason why he checked out. And your game stats are brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home? Call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. We will take a break. Actually, let's just keep it here because it looks like Spencer is bringing head coach
John he's walking up here. I would like to. So, we talked so much about Caleb Edwards, but, I think tonight Sammy Roberts will tell you he didn't have his best stuff, but he threw a whale of a game. But, on the other side, so did Caleb Edwards. So hats off to Sammy as well.
All right, let's send it to Spencer with head coach John Lowry.
Out here with Coach Lowry and Coach, obviously tonight a big EPAC matchup. It was really a pitcher's duel for most of it, and you guys able to get the best of Martinsburg in extras.
Well, just a classic high school baseball game where, a mistake on our part gave them their run, a mistake on their part gave us our run, and it just, you got to tip your hat to all 3 of the pitchers. The 2 kids, the young men that threw for us, and certainly their starting pitcher was superb tonight as well. So it was classic high school baseball game. It just came down to who was fortunate enough to get the break when we got a run score.
You had Sammy Roberts starting tonight. He seemed a little bit off to begin with, and then he kind of settled in. Got to a lot of pitches tonight.
Well, he threw a lot of pitches because he ended up walking a few guys, and I think he was at 87, which was probably about 7 minutes. But you can see we got Horowitz behind him. He came in our first game. And it's nice to have that weapon. Kind of like Ken that can come in and throw hard and those strikes.
And obviously, you talked about Finn there. Came in, he kind of had a little, he kind of throws off the side a little bit.
Right, he likes to drop down. You know, it kind of, I think the ball comes in and have a little dip to it. You know, it's different. The batter has to be aware of. It's something that, you know, the hitter's got to run to his mind, and the more things we can make him think about, maybe the advantage, more advantage he is to us. We'll see. But he, you know, we kept the ball across the plate this game. Can't look backwards, we got to look forward and get ready for the rest of the week.
Coach Lowry, thanks for the time and congrats on the win. Thank you. Send it back to you guys.
Apologize for some technical difficulties there. Not certain what was going on with our microphone, but we will wrap things up after this one. We'll get into the player of the game. Kind of lost my train of thought there, Trip, but our player of the game brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Who you got for us?
Well, you know, you'd like to give it to all three pitchers, but we can't do that. I think, you know, at the end of the day, you just have to give it to Noah Carter for standing in there and driving that baseball when he had the opportunity. And, you know, many a baseball player out here tonight, you know, had an opportunity to put their team up, and it just came up a little bit unsuccessful, a little bit short. But at the end of the day, you know, Wabnitz got the double, and then Noah came in and made it happen. So, you know, you have to give it to those two guys for, you know, possibly, you know, at the end of the day, I think it has to go to Noah for just, you know, continue. He struck out early in the game, but, you know, sometimes it's not how you start, but it's how you finish, and hats off to him. But, you know, the pitchers were the story, no doubt. And if you want to say, you know, the play of the game or the players of the game, it will certainly be either the pitching staff on both sides. But if you want to give it down to just one guy, the one hero tonight, you know, Noah was the hero. But all those guys, it's just like John Lowry says, a classic game, and it was just unbelievable to sit here and watch it and get some free baseball. And just can't wait to see these two teams get after it again and again.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun one to be on the call for. Trip, appreciate you joining us again here on the broadcast. So we'll wrap things up here from Sager Field for everyone involved. We'll start with our producer back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin, who you'll hear from on the Modern Realty Results postgame scoreboard show. Big thanks to Colin for helping us out, along with Avery Newport, our cameraman this evening, Spencer Dupuis, who was both on the broadcast and running our on-site production, and then of course, Trip Tobin. I'm Nick Verzolini. And once again, your final score tonight, Jefferson over Martinsburg in 8 innings, 2-1. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will have softball later this week. Colin will get you updated on those games that we have coming up this week, but those should be fun as well. So, saying so long from Sager Field, the Bulldogs win it 2-1 over the Jefferson Cougars. Have a good night, everyone.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices. We are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com. Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come
from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome into the Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. Visit them at modernrealtyresults.com for more. Final score, Jefferson 2, Martinsburg 1. The Cougars get the win over the Bulldogs of Martinsburg at home in walk-off fashion in extra innings. And that puts the Cougars at 2-0 on the season. Martinsburg now 4-1. Some scores around the NBA. Let's start things off with the Pelicans in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. They lead the Hornets 75-69. Also in the third quarter, it's the Lakers and the Cavaliers in a tight one. It's 88-86. Lakers with LeBron James scoring 21 points so far. 9:10 to go in the third quarter. The Trailblazers are dominating the Pistons 78-56. At halftime now, it's the 76ers at home leading the Heat 57-56. Also at the half now, it's the Nets leading the Jazz 53-51. 10:36 to go in the second quarter. The Bulls lead the Raptors 30-28. At the end of the first, it's our Washington Wizards leading the Houston Rockets 39-26. At the end of the first, the Boston Celtics are still on fire. It's 38-21. Celtics lead the Thunder. And then at 8:30, which means it should be tipping off any minute now since it's 8:38, the Timberwolves are playing the Dallas Mavericks. Some NHL scores now. Only a few games going on today. Let's start things off with the Boston Bruins. Second period, it's tied up at 1 apiece between the Bruins and the Canadiens. The Golden Knights trail the Minnesota Wild 1-0 with 3:29 to go in the first period. Puck drop at 9:30 between the Oilers and the Avalanche, and at 10 p.m., the Predators will take on the Ducks. Some MLB scores, even though it's spring training, since we got baseball on the air high school-wise, might as well look at the MLB as we're only a couple weeks away from opening day. The Baltimore Orioles get the first win of the year down in Florida for some spring training action. Got to see Grayson Rodriguez pitch. Final score, Baltimore 10, Minnesota 8. Final score for the Cubbies, they beat the Reds 3-2. The White Sox beat the Dodgers 8-6. The Rangers absolutely dominate the Guardians of Cleveland 25-12. What a game down there for spring training. Texas, the bats were hot. 27 hits, 25 runs. Wonder what was going on down there for that one. The Diamondbacks beat the Mariners 9-1. Kansas City Royals beat the Angels 8-5. The Rockies beat the Padres 8-4. Red Sox beat the Braves 5-0. Blue Jays beat the Tigers 3-1. Marlins beat the Mets 3-0. Yankees beat the Phillies 5-2. The Pirates beat the Rays 5-1. And going on right now in the bottom of the seventh with a runner on first, the Cardinals lead the Nationals 4-3. Starting at 10:05, it's the Brewers against the Giants. That is over in Arizona, so even though it's 10 o'clock our time, it'll be just fine there in Arizona. That's going to wrap things up here on your Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show, brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. Visit them at modernrealtyresults.com. Again, final score, Jefferson 2, Martinsburg 1. Make sure to tune in to the Sports Mix tomorrow. We'll talk about the game and more from around the world of sports. That's every weekday from noon to 1 on Talk Radio WRNR, 106.5 FM, 740 AM, TV 10, as well as our TV 10 Facebook page. 2 more high school sporting events going on this week. On Wednesday and Friday, we will have some softball action for the first time this season. Wednesday, it will be Martinsburg at Musselman. First pitch set for 7 p.m. I'll be on the call. Alongside me will be Jim Klein. Pregame starts at 6:40. And then on Friday, we'll be at Martinsburg as the Lady Bulldogs take on the Spring Mills Cardinals. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Signing off in walk-off fashion, Jefferson gets the win against the Bulldogs. Till tomorrow on the Sports Mix. Have a good night, everyone. TV-wise, we'll send you some around the Panhandle now. And on the radio side, some regularly scheduled programming.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Modern Realty Results, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.